Okay. Well, oh, whoops. Forgot to click go. My bad. My bad. Oh, wait, what's this? Gamer Pass? Okay, that's not for me. Okay. So let me just grab everything I'm going to need. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's see if YouTube is going to be better today. Probably not, but we'll see. Well, I guess we'll find out. Let's pin that. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh, wait, my water. Gotta have my water on standby. Excellent. Let's get stuff out of the way. Oh, and while we're waiting for people, we can keep packing because it's almost time to go. What do I have left to pack? What do I have left to pack? Oh wait, this. I need a box. What's going on, guys? No one's here yet? Okay. We still have a minute. We still have some time. No, I don't need this yet. Anyone here yet? No? How you doing, Unknown? What's good? Evil Eye, what's good? How you doing? We're just waiting for people to show up. In the meantime, we're just packing up a little bit more. What's good, everybody? What's good? We're back home. We're back in our usual lair for another couple of days. For the next... Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday... Yeah, the next 5 days. 6 days. Yeah, 6 days. We'll be here. And then new location again. Because we're going all over the place. For those who are... oh yeah, the YouTube live wasn't here. We weren't on YouTube for a few days. We weren't on YouTube for a couple of days. So they didn't see the other streams. You're on episode 25 of Black Clover. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, I'll worry about that stuff later. So what's good, everybody? No one's even... Okay, people are still quiet. Okay, we gotta give the Tiki Talks a minute for people to get registered... for the TikTok to notify people that we're here. So while we're waiting for people to get notified that we are live, we're just going to finish up some packing since we're moving in a few days. Let's just throw some random stuff in a box, shall we? So this can go in a box. This can go in the box. We won't pack the hat just yet. Why is it taking so long for people to get notified? Normally we have like 20 people in here by now. TikTok, do your job. Let people know that we're live. Come on. Send out the notifications to people. Come on, man. Normally we're at 20, 30 people by now. What's going on? Come on. Yeah, even Botrix. It took Botrix like 5 minutes to show up. What's going on? So far so good for Black Clover. Well, you're only 25 episodes in. I'd hope so. If you weren't enjoying it by 25 episodes, I'd say it's probably not for you at that point. It's only me. I don't know what's going on with the notifications. I don't think... why is the platforms not notifying people? What's going on? We should be more... how's my Sunday going? Well, apparently, no one's getting notified that we're here. So, like, what's going on? Is this a bad time? Is it, like, the apocalypse out there? Because, for me, it's a normal Sunday. It's a normal Sunday on my end, just, got back home, packing, gym, the usual stuff. You're on episode 30 of Hunter x Hunter. It's going to get, is it going to get better? I mean, yes, but you should also be having fun by that point. Yes, we're back home for now, for a couple of days. We're just packing up a little bit more. Just thinking about what to pack up next, because we're still, like, here, right? I don't need everything in a box. We're doing pretty good, Ozzy. We're doing pretty good. Yeah, it's the usual. It's just another day. It's just another Sunday, getting back to our usual routine. I caught one of your streams. I mean, we streamed every day, so good job. Maybe their phone... Okay, not everyone's phone is dead. I don't think there's a global Wi-Fi issue. I just think that the notifications are not going out that we're live. You started watching Black Clover. What do I think of it? I think I really like it. So, good job getting on board. Finally what? Finally that you caught a live? We're live all the time. It's just sometimes when we go live varies because our schedule is chaotic. How do I feel about anchovies on pizza? I don't really like anchovies. It's not a matter of pizza. I just don't like anchovies. If I don't mind asking, what do I do for work? Mostly streaming, but when streaming is less busy, I coach, I deliver, I do whatever I gotta do. And when streaming is doing good, I do more streaming. Does One Piece get better after Water 7? I would say yes, because, well, it does, yes. But Water 7 was a really good arc. So I would hope that you enjoyed Water 7. You back on the treadmill? The treadmill is gone. The treadmill is not coming back. It is never coming back. It is most likely never coming back, because I'd rather be outside. How you doing, Isaac? Just asking if it gets better. Okay, good. Just had to check, because if you're like, I got past Water 7, didn't like it, does it get better? Also, Water 7 is hundreds of episodes in, so if you're not enjoying it by then, like, what are you doing? You kinda annoying because he gets power. It's kind of annoying he gets power for no reason. So I disagree. I actually just disagree with you, because let's see, he's. Oh wait, how far into the series are you before I say anything that's spoilers? Where's the walking pad? How long have you guys been gone? The walking pad was sold weeks ago. It's long gone. I want to give you a channel suggestion for music. So I don't watch music channels. I don't even listen. So I don't watch other content creators, or especially music channels. So while he might be very good, I wouldn't watch it. Thank you, Finn, for the heart. I appreciate that. You read most of the manga? Okay, so then spoiler warning for Black Clover, you know that he's royalty, that he has a pretty strong attribute, that he also has, I forgot what her title was, but like he's a fairy, so like he doesn't get stronger for no reason, unless you're talking about what's happening in the manga at this point, in which case I don't know what happened, so don't tell me that. Is it better to buy Crunchyroll or buy manga? I would say manga. I mean, if you're talking about supporting the authors, then definitely buy the manga. The Crunchyroll's not really supporting the authors. Glorb or Miles? Glorb or Miles? I have no idea who Glorb is. You just started Nekopara? I feel like I know what that is, but at the same time I don't. Is that a game? I think that's a game. Natsu Dragneel or Kaiju number 8. So here's the thing. I'm not a versus guy. I'm not a PvP, this character beats this character. That's not my domain. Expansion. Okay. I am an anime enthusiast. I like talking writing, development, storytelling, relationship building, animation, lore, misconceptions, history of anime, all that stuff. Thoughts on Ranking of Kings? Brilliant series. Why do I... Okay. Post... you're a versus guy in some of your shorts. I hate doing those. So Decrepit, I hate doing those. I despise them. I hate them. I hate them. And sometimes I test them to see, is YouTube intentionally screwing me? Because out of nowhere, 6 weeks ago, views just went down to nothing. I wish I never had to do a single one. I'm gonna try and not do them anymore if I can. Which adopted brother do I prefer in Black Clover? Who do I like more, Asta or Asta. It's a game of light novel, however, it's an anime slice of life of cat girls. I'm not into it, I'm out. Do I support Israel? How do I phrase this? I like the country. I like the people. Citizens are very nice. I don't agree with their government's actions. Have I watched Dragon Quest? I have not. I don't. Actually, I might have. I'll need to double check if I have. I might have. Favorite anime? I do not have a favorite series. I have seen nearly 1,000. Picking one is simply not going to happen. I'm sorry. Favorite Dr. Stone villain? Well, I don't even really consider Tsukasa a villain per se. He's more of a temporary antagonist. But Tsukasa is my favorite character in the franchise, so yes. Slime was pretty good. The last season was okay. So the season 3 was not great. Favorite One Piece character besides the crew? I don't have a favorite One Piece character for a similar issue. One Piece has a very large cast, a very good cast, and I struggle to pick a single character. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. We're halfway through February. I mean, okay, thank you, but New Year was a month and a half ago. Why does Yuna get for a random town star? Why does Yuna get for a random town star magic? I don't know what that even means. What do I recommend, Frieren or Fire Force? Definitely Frieren between those two. You got my follow, thank you. Thoughts on Reese's Cups? I actually don't like Reese's Cups. I'm quite particular when it comes to my chocolates and my sweets and my various treats. Reese's Cups are not it for me. A happy Chinese New Year. I was not aware of that it was Chinese New Year. Good to know, thank you. Do I watch Demon Slayer? Indeed, I do. I am up to date. Thoughts on Grave of the Fireflies? Good movie. It was, saw it like 2 months ago? I think I saw it like 2 months ago. Great storytelling. Great characters. Nice history lesson. It didn't make me cry. I was expecting to cry, but I didn't do it. Do I ship Frieren and Stark? That's ridiculous. That's absolutely not. You're very knowledgeable on these quick shot animes. Which ones? I mean, sometimes yes, sometimes no. Why does Yuno get star magic for a random town? Star magic. Star magic. Yuno has wind magic. What are you talking about? Favorite new anime this season? Probably Sentenced to Be a Hero or the new Fate series, one of those. What do I think about Sukuna being dead? Well, first of all, I'm watching the anime. As far as I'm aware, Sukuna's not dead. I know in the manga he probably loses. I imagine so, but I'm not that far in. Do I ship Frieren? Again, that is disgusting. That is disgusting. Stop shipping Frieren and Stark. What's wrong with you? If the original Mass Effect crew came from the Avatar world, what would they each have? Well, here's the thing. You're assuming that they would be benders. Not all of the Mass Effect cast would likely be benders. Some of them might not be. I imagine. Thank you for the Roses comedy. I appreciate that. I imagine the more the ones with more forgot what the term was. The ones with more special abilities, like psychic abilities, would likely have more bending like thing. Like I guess the Krogan, maybe Earth. I'd say maybe I see like, yeah, I could see Grunt and Rex possibly being Earthbenders, for example. Best standalone anime movie to standalone might be Pancreas, might be Silent Voice, might be yeah, probably one of those two. Probably one of those two. What about JJK Season 3? People keep asking about JJK Season 3, which I guess I understand, but it's pretty good. Is there something specific you want me to say about Season 3? Because people keep asking about it. I don't know what you want me to say. Best enemy stand? I mean, Kira's so far, probably. Probably Kira's. I forgot its name. Frieren or Fern? I mean, I think between Frieren and Fern, I think Fern probably has more natural talent. Do I like Kirara? I don't think I've seen Kirara. Thank you, Calum, for the follow. I appreciate that. Who do I think Emu is? I think they're the final villain in One Piece. I think they're the final antagonist. As for who they are, I don't know. I don't read the manga. Like, the amount of information I have on Emu is pretty limited. Top 3 openings. I don't have a list of those because I don't really... My approach to openings is I usually listen to it once and then I skip it every time going forward. Like, I listen to it one time, and if I really like it or if I'm really in the mood for it, I'll listen to it again. But usually it's like, okay, I've heard it, I skip. And I don't keep a list. So, like, Period of Chemistry is a good one. Masterful Cat is a good one. But yeah, I don't have a list of any sort. Thoughts on Snow White? It is my favorite romance series. You're not caught up on Black Clover, then you know how... So, okay. So let me ask you this. If I'm not caught up, then why do you spoil it? Don't tell me. Don't tell me. Like, if I don't want to know what's in the manga. Oh my goodness, like come on, man. I've made it clear I don't read it, and if I'm not caught up, don't just say it. How much food did I date on Valentine's Day? I just ate my normal amount. Valentine's Day is just a day. It was just a Saturday. Did Griffith do anything wrong? Okay, at this point, you guys, if you ask that question, you are on a watch list. If you ask if you say, did Griffith do anything wrong, or he is innocent, you're going on a watch list. So, Ricky, you're on a watch list. How many books of manga are for the Black Clover? I couldn't tell you because I don't collect it. I don't read it. I have no idea how much manga there is. Opinions on Delicious in Dungeon. I'm halfway through season 1. I think it's great. Stop defending Griffith. You're on a watch list. DC fan, you're also on a watch list. You're also going on a watch list. Thoughts on Pokemon Z to A? Yes, I would. I would make it less hand-holdy. The tutorials are a waste of time. How's my day? Busy. Busy is the best way to phrase it. I have not stopped since like 5 a.m. Do I think the One Piece anime is better than the One Piece manga? No. I don't read the One Piece manga anymore, but I would say the manga is better. Have I played Final Fantasy? I sadly have not. Not because I have no interest in the games, just because never really had the opportunity or reason to get them, but they look fine. Bartender Glass of God, fantastic series, one of my favorite go-to slice of lifes. Favorite anime scene of all time? I will never, ever, 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 ever have a favorite scene. Not gonna happen. No chance. Zero possibility. How do you pick? I can't grasp that idea. I cannot grasp the idea of picking one scene across every series. Just, it's an impossibility. What guild do I think is the actual best in Black Clover? I genuinely like the Black Bulls the most. Now, if I had to pick a different guild, or a different squad, then what would I pick? Maybe, because there are other good squads. It wouldn't be Golden Dawn. I know it wouldn't be Golden Dawn. I'd have to go look at the names of the different squads again, but Black Bulls are my favorites. How you doing? Pretty good, I'd say. If I could have any devil fruit, I would not want one. I would not want a devil fruit. I would choose to take the same route that Shanks did and have my entire crew non-devil fruit users. I think you don't need them. You don't need them. They definitely have advantages, but I would pass. We're back home. We are back home for the next few days. So I do not want superpowers. I don't want any abilities. I do not want bending. I do not want alchemy. I do not want Nen. I don't want devil fruits. I don't want hockey. I don't want anything. I want to be me. I just want to be me. I am good just being a regular old Joe. Just being me. I'm fine. I'm good. Hockey or chakra? I think I like chakra more. Do I have a preference for hockey or chakra? Probably chakra. Yeah, I choose chakra, but I don't want it. Like, I just like chakra more. What was your favorite One Piece fight? Luffy versus Kaido before Gear 5. So, like, the second fight. Not his first one where he got like one-shotted. Not the final fight where he goes Gear 5. Before that. I know it's not bending power, but I don't know, sounds fun. So, like, I think it's all fun. I just don't want powers. I want to just be me. I'm good not having anything. What anime has the best looking food? Probably Food Wars. If we're just talking how good looking the food is, it's gotta be Food Wars, because, like, damn, they put all their budget into the food. What about a fridge that refills itself? So that's not really a power. Having a fridge that refills itself is not a power. That's just like a piece of technology. That's like, I don't know. Like that'd be like saying the capsules from Dragon Ball. That's not a superpower. That's advanced technology. Are TikTok users receiving mic audio today too? Yes, I usually just have it by default where the mic is connected to TikTok and YouTube gets my phone, at least for now. Makoto Shinkai's movies have great looking food. Your Name, Weathering with You. I would still choose Food Wars for best looking food. Still give it to Food Wars. Random anime, but by any chance have I seen Baka the Test. I know the name. I don't think I've watched it, but I do know it. Thoughts on red pandas? They're cute. I mean, I think they're cute. I've never like seen one in person. I don't know what they are. You just finished the Soul Society Arc and Bleach, and I finished the first box set. Very nice. How you doing, Devilish? Do I watch Ecchi? I despise Ecchi. Not into it. Not into it at all. If I had to, I would not. Oh wait, if I had to delete a Straw Hat, I mean, again, I don't like this question. I'm just gonna say Usopp, but I don't like the question. I would not delete anybody. Like, I don't dislike Usopp. I don't. It's just if I have to pick one, it makes the most sense. You're not late. Only 20 minutes in. Opinion on Pokemon Sun and Moon? Haven't gone that far. I'm on Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. In my opinion, do I prefer Hunter, Hunter, or solo leveling Hunter, Hunter? It's not close. That's not even a conversation. What to watch? What do I think? Then we go back. Okay, since we're back home, I pull up the anime list and we doom scroll. We stop in 3, 2, 1, and you got Fooly Cooly. That's a pretty interesting one. What would your poke? I have no idea what that means. Best anime meme? I don't really look at memes. We do have a meme channel on my Discord, but like, I don't really care that much about memes personally. Cursed Energy or Treon? First person to mention Treon. I would take Treon. Mount Rushmore of the best black anime characters? I mean, I've never thought about this question. I mean, there's plenty of awesome black anime characters. I'll say Killer Bee's probably on that list. I like him. He's cool. What genre do I watch? Pretty much anything that grabs my interest. As long as it's not ecchi. As long as it grabs my interest, I don't care if it's romance, if it's slice of life, if it's battle shonen, if it's seinen, if it's horror, if it's mystery. I'm pretty much an open book when it comes to that stuff. What would your Pokemon team be? Honestly, here's the thing. When I play Pokemon, I'm a collector. I am not a what's the stats, what type advantages are there, like who has, I don't do any of that. My goal when playing Pokemon is to fill out the Pokedex. I just want to fill out the Pokedex. I want the shinies, I want the normals, I want the variants, I want everything. That is the way I play the game. I am not there to build the strongest team possible. And when it comes to like type favorites, I guess like Dragon, Ghost maybe, but like I'm pretty open to that. I don't have like this is definitely my favorite type. Have I watched Reincarnated as a Dragon? I have not. What direction do I think JoJo's Part 5 and 6 will go? I have no idea. Like, Part 4 was very different from Part 3 and 2, and those were very different from Part 1. So, like, I don't know what JoJo's is going to do in Part 5 yet. I know it's already out. I know it's finished. I just haven't seen it. If I could draft any One Piece crew, you're the captain. I'm literally like, here's the thing. I'd probably just join can I be like a captain in the Revolutionary Army? Because like if I'm entering the world of One Piece, my role is going to be as someone who directly opposes a corrupt government. Like that's what I'm doing. So like I would probably, if I can't join the Revolutionary Army, I'm going to do something similar. Like I would take whoever is on that side. Yeah, if I can be in the Revolutionary Army, then I'm down. That would be my role. Favorite starter Pokemon? Probably Cyndaquil, I think, is my go-to. Do I think Yuta is as big as a fraud as people say he is? I don't call anybody a fraud. Like, literally, I think 99% of people who throw around the term fraud on social media are just a bunch of, like, sheep. Like, really. It's just stupid. Most people aren't frauds. Most characters are not frauds. You know who's a fraud? Damaro Black. Because he literally pretends to be someone else to try and get people to join his crew, and he's weak. So he pretends to be someone else, and he can't even do anything himself. You have watched Tomo-chan as a girl? I have. It was okay. It was fine. Decent. Nothing spectacular. To Your Eternity, I'm still not caught up. Season 3, I'm not sure if I'm going to finish Season 3. I just don't know if I am. Here are my top 4: Piccolo, Yoruichi, Blackbeard, Killer Bee. I mean, I know you said you think Piccolo's black. Regardless, that's how you see it. Yoruichi, Killer, Blackbeard. I don't think Blackbeard's gonna be on my list. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna. I don't know. I never really made a list of characters based off skin color. It's just if you're cool, you're cool. How do I feel about the Fire Force Season 3 Part 2? It's enjoyable. I think I'm an episode behind. It's not great. It's not bad. It's better than it was in the previous seasons. Do I think King from One Punch Man is a fraud? Yes, he is. But, like, that's done for comedic purpose. Like, he's not the fraud. He's not a fraud in the same way that other people make fun of characters for being a fraud. Like, him being a fraud is part of the joke, right? It's not like this character's hyped up to be this amazing person in our eyes. We all know King isn't actually capable of doing anything. Mr. Popo's at least fun. I like Mr. Popo. Bunny Girl, I dropped it right away. Was not my thing. You're entering the Grand Line. Choose one. All hockey at simple levels or advanced type hockey for one. If I'm entering the Grand Line, here's the thing. If I'm entering the Grand Line... So the Straw Hats enter the Grand Line with no hockey at all. And they did pretty good. But also, for me, I'd probably take... What would I take? I mean, probably advanced... You said advanced of any? Advanced type of... okay, then I'll take Advanced Conquerors. I can tell you Rios from DxD, what about her? I don't like her. I don't like her. Can we all agree that One Piece Red Film was peak? That was a good movie. I saw it in theaters. One of the few times I actually went to theaters to see something. Opinion on Sword Art Online, I dropped it. I dropped it pretty quickly, didn't like it. It's pretty, it's got a nice soundtrack, but it was just, there's so many problems. Have I watched Horimiya? I did, and I liked it. I did like it. It's not my favorite. It's like better than average, but not top tier. If they had the same training, Gojo or Higuruma, I don't understand the power scaling stuff. Like, I know you guys want my opinion. I'm sorry. I'm going to let some of you down. I think power scaling is so, yeah. I don't like it. I'm sorry. It makes me crazy. I'm sorry. Favorite piece of art that I have? Probably the Astro Boy painting. It's going to be the Astro Boy painting because that's a piece of history that I can't replace. That's something that I'll never have the opportunity to replace that. And it's something that nobody else has, or very few people would have. Well, no one else has that painting. We can all agree if otaku was an anime, it would be a what? What is that? It would. What are you talking about? Where can I find good anime art? So I get all my art custom made. Whenever I'm going to buy a piece of artwork, I get it. I get it made in that moment, and then I go get it signed. I literally go to the author, to the artist, say, "Hey, can you make this?" Let it dry. I come back in an hour, and then I take the painting. I go to the voice actor and be like, "Here, sign this," and then bam, done. Actual Thought, Damaro Black, King from AOT, Mr. Satan, King, Buggy. Yeah. Buggy, at least the things that they say about him are true. Like, oh my God, did you know he was on Roger's crew? Or that, like, he's acquainted with Rayleigh and, like, was friends with Shanks as a kid. Like, these are true statements. It's just they're usually used to hype him up to a degree that he can do all these great things, which he can't. Yeah. Hate how power scalers frame shows. Yeah, I'm not into that stuff. What animes are your favorite VA cast? I don't really have a favorite VA cast. It's not something I really think about too much. I'd say, I can tell you this though, my favorite voice actors that I have met was the cast of Dragon Ball. Like, I've met Vegeta and Goku and Piccolo, and Krillin. I've met, like, all the main characters I've met the Z Fighters. Very nice guys, for the most part. Not all of them were nice, but most of them were very nice. What's your favorite One Piece arc? Wano. Buggy's just a big with his connection. So yes, he used. Honestly, like, he didn't even really use his connections to leverage himself into that position. It's more like the circumstances with his backstory put him in that, like, leveraged him into that position. So it's like, he didn't even try to manipulate people. It's just like, it happened in his favor. Do I agree with how manga in June? I don't read the manga. I don't read Solo Leveling. I only watch it, so I can't tell you anything about it. Favorite one-off villain from the original Yu-Gi-Oh series? Okay, so one-off Yu-Gi-Oh series. So that means Rex is out. Oh, there's the twins in the labyrinth. There's the twins in the labyrinth. There's the Dark Seto Kaiba, or like the Shadow Kaiba, whatever the proper name for him was. And maybe the Labyrinth twins, though. I think I like the Labyrinth twins more. What's my favorite One Piece character? Mine is Enel. I don't have a favorite character because the cast is too full of good characters. I can't pick one. Do I play card games? I play Magic the Gathering. That is pretty much all I got. I don't play anything else anymore. Favorite anime opening? Either Period of Chemistry or Masterful Cat. Favorite Ghibli movie would probably be Ponyo, I think. How you doing, Icy? Any favorite anime openings? Do I agree with how in manga? I already read that one, sorry. He was so scared he didn't even reveal that he was in Roger's crew, so Marine should not put him at... So here's the thing. We know as the audience that Buggy himself has not done anything major, but the point is his connections, his history, the people who follow him, the people who are allied with him, makes him a serious threat. So... makes sense to me. Favorite animal companion in fiction? Again, here's my problem with these kinds of questions. No shame to you. No, like I'm not angry with you. It's when you say pick one character out of everything across everything. I can't. My brain cannot do that. I'm not able to process everything in fiction I've ever seen. It's too overwhelming. So I'm guessing the social media worked out for you? Yes and no. So social media pays my bills sometimes. There's good months, there's bad months. I'm not a big channel. I have good times where it covers me and times where it doesn't. When it doesn't, I go do other things because I'm a responsible adult and I have bills to pay. When it does really well, okay, I can do less of those things and more of this. This is not a good month, so I'm doing more of other things. The Dune movies I have not seen. Does Gojo solo the real world? Well, considering he's fiction, and if you brought him into the real world, he's not real. Probably not. Mihawk said something about Luffy draws people towards him. Yes. So during Marineford, Mihawk is quoted saying that Luffy has the most terrifying people on the sea. That he pulls people in towards him. His charisma. He's very charismatic. He has this air to him. Any enemies like Death Note, Monster, Erased, ID Invaded. I was told Asta sounds like Kaiba. Well, if we're talking sub, then no. If we're talking sub, then Asta does not sound like Kaiba. I do not hear it. But what about Infinity? Here's the thing. I don't like power scaling. I hate power scaling. I've done versus videos. I can't stand them. I despise them. I do them only because people ask for them. But like, my God, I don't think I ever want to do them ever again. My God, is it stupid. Thoughts on Kill la Kill? I really enjoyed it. I know the fan service can put people off. Totally get it. Still a good story if you can get past that. Gurren Lagann I couldn't get into. Tried it. I just couldn't. Vista and Jozu are mine for a long time. I mean, I like Vista, I like Jozu, but the thing is, we never see them again. We haven't seen them at all since Marineford, so it's like I'm not gonna get that attached to them. What about Cyberpunk? I haven't seen it yet. That I have not seen yet. And how do I have time to watch so many series? Because I've been watching anime for over 30 years. It's not I have a bunch of free time. I do not. I watch a whopping, probably not even 10 episodes a week. Realistically, not even 10 episodes a week. Am I the only one who sees similarities with Yami from Black Clover and Zoro from One Piece? No, there's similarities. They might have the same voice actor in dub, but I don't listen to it dub. They might have the same voice actor, potentially. I'd have to double check that. Any unexpected predictions for the final arc of One Piece? I think Shanks is going to die. I've said that for years now. I have predicted for years that Shanks is going to die. So we'll see if that ends up being true. We've answered this question. The walking pad is gone. The walking pad is sold. That was a long time ago. Where have you been? It's not coming back. What do I think about Akame ga Kill's story? The story's pretty good. I actually thought it was pretty unique story, not, it's different. I thought it was fun. I know, like, the outfits themselves, like, there's elements that could have been a bit different, but you know what? I'm not mad at it. You used to like seeing me walk. The thing is, I don't like the noise. I don't like the dust. I'm outside so much now. I don't need a walking pad. I get plenty of exercise. Do I think Megumi is a fraud? Why would I? Why would I? Can I do power scaling if it's two people in the same verse? So here's the thing. Could I sometimes actually answer the question? Yes. Sometimes. But, genuine question. If you know that I don't care about it, if you know that I don't like it, that I actively despise it, that's the only kind of content that I genuinely hate doing, why not ask a content creator who likes doing that stuff? Like, I like doing anime content, but that one specific kind of thing, if you know I detest it, that I think it's like I hate it, why would you want me to do it? When are you gonna post on YouTube again? I've been posting on YouTube every day. I haven't posted today, but I'm on YouTube every day. Hey, you look, stop begging for answers. Everyone get, I want to start One Piece, but my friend keeps spoiling it, so can you tell them to stop? So here's the thing. If your friend keeps spoiling you, and you've told them to stop, then are they really your friend? It sounds like they're being kind of douchey intentionally. Just think on that. Jobless Reincarnation is your second best I can't. I didn't like Jobless. I dropped it right away. I dropped it fairly quickly, and then I gave it a second shot, got a little bit further, dropped it again. I can't deal with Rudius. I can't. Even though the rest of the story is fine, Rudius was terrible. Is Yamato written good? I would say yes. Okay, but here's the thing. A few people dislike them as a character. Why do I care? Okay, there is no character that nobody dislikes. There's always going to be one person who dislikes a character. So I think Yamato is great. And honestly, it's hard to find someone who does not like Yamato. What's my favorite on casserole? I've never actually eaten casserole. Air Gear was great, though I haven't seen it in many years. How old is that? It's like probably close to 20 years old, 15 years old, something like that. I don't like Gojo's writing. Honestly, couldn't care for him. I mean, Gojo's okay. I just have no attachment to his character at all. Best romance? Snow White with red hair is my go-to. And between Hercule King and Buggy, who leveraged their situation the best. So here's the thing. Buggy did not intentionally leverage his situation. Like, Buggy was put in situations that it kind of just played out in his favor. I would say, if we're talking about who actively tried to take advantage of their situation and gain the most from it, it would be Mr. Satan. It'd be Mr. Satan. You said someone always hates them. I raised your Uncle Iroh. I guarantee you, as much as a lot of people love Uncle Iroh, there's going to be one person out there. There's going to be one random weird person out there who for some reason doesn't like Uncle Iroh. Maybe because in the past, like, he fought for the Fire Nation or whatever, that he still did bad things and I can't forgive him or whatever. How many romance animes have I seen? I have no idea. I don't have a log. A lot. A fair bit. Where do I find your anime filters? Everything is on TikTok. Every filter I have ever used to this point in time is on TikTok. But as I've mentioned, there's certain kinds of content I don't like doing. So I think I'm going down more an educational route. So, like, doing content that teaches people about series and stuff. Cannot go one day without watching you, bro. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Do I agree that Muzan, I can't spell his name, don't worry about it, looks like Michael Jackson? In some ways, yes. In some ways, no. Maybe his general aesthetic, but his face, not really. Look at the number of people you're following. Yeah, I barely follow anybody. I barely follow anybody. As I mentioned, I don't do the scroll. I don't scroll ever, at all. I guess you're right. I have also no connections. Gojo's about being limitless perfect. So it's not even, like, I'm fine with a character being ridiculously powerful. Like, I'm fine with that. It's just, Okay, so he's strong and that like he's so powerful that the rules around the world changed because of his existence. I mean, I get that. It's just I never got attached to the guy. It's like okay, he's sassy and like uh he has his he has his hype moments, but I don't know. I never got attached to him. You know, he's not my kind of guy. Watch Kingdom. I haven't seen it. First ever watched anime was Dragon Ball. Can I get a yes? You can of course get a scroll recommendation. That's like one of my favorite things to do. All right, let's try. Let's try it out. Let's go 3, 2, 1, and you got Spice and Wolf. You got Spice and Wolf. That's a like an economics anime. Don't see a lot of those. Best way to potato. I like mashed potatoes. I like sweet potato fries. I like even a baked potato. If I have to pick one, maybe mashed potato. I love a good mashed potato, like a creamy mashed potato. Can I also get another? Okay, we got another one. Thank you, E, for the friendship necklace donation. I don't think I've seen that before. Okay, another Doom Scroll recommendation. Here we go. Let's say 4, 3, 2, 1, and you get. Oh, another new one. Okay, Galaxy Next Door. That's another really good one. I got attached to Rengoku within a movie. I mean, I like Rengoku. I like. He's not my favorite character, but he's up there. But I also didn't get attached most of the Demon Slayer cast. Like, most of them are like, they're okay. Rengoku's better than okay, just not my favorite. Thoughts on Fire Force? Season 1, good. Season 2, not good. 3 Part 1, also not good. 3 Part 2, better, but still better at the start. You just finished watching Death Note, very nice. Is there any psychological thrillers? If you want like a psychological thriller, maybe like ID Invaded, I think is a little bit more thriller. And if you want if you want a little bit more thrill, maybe Parasite, even though that's more of an action series. There is some suspense thriller to it. If you want more investigation side, ID. If you want more action side, Parasite. Code Geass, I couldn't finish it. Couldn't do it. Dropped it more than once. Dropped it actually 3 times, I think. Or 2 or 3 times. Thoughts on Quest chips? I don't like Quest chips. Not a fan. I don't like those at all. And I'm not picky with food, but Quest chips are nah. You just finished watching Metamorphosis. I have not seen Metamorphosis. What anime should I watch? Okay, we have another Doom Scroll request. So let's say 2, 1, and you got Over the Moon for You. Tonikawa Over the Moon for You. That's a nice, cute one. Hope you like romance. Let's see. Have I watched Air Gear? Yes, I have seen Air Gear, but it's been many years. Thank you. Thank you, Snowflake. I think that's what your emoji is, for the heart as well. Which One Piece character do I think it gets overhyped? So here's the thing. I don't know how to answer these questions because I don't look at ratings, I don't look at hype, I don't look at any of this. So it's like, you might say, okay, compared to what people say in general. Compared to what people? Compared to who's again, I don't have a reference. Can you just name a character or a series and I can give you my thoughts on that character or series? What's the theme in Galaxy Next Door? It is like a slice of life romance. Very cozy, very wholesome, a little bit of sadness. It's like it's got some sad elements, but overall it's a nice series. Thank you for the donut and the roses, Snowflake. Very generous today. My favorite sad death was Rosinante. I mean, I have a number of deaths I'd put way over that, but that's okay. That's just my preference. What show would I recommend to me? I love battle shonens. Well, here's the thing. There's many types of battle shonens. So, like, I could pick Maji, I could pick Assassination Classroom, I could pick Windbreaker, I could pick Parasite. It really depends on your vibe of battles. So those are all very good. In my opinion, I think One Piece is the best. I think One Piece is very good. It's not my favorite. It's my favorite story, but not my favorite anime. Any psychological anime recommendations? Don't worry about the spelling. If I can understand what you're saying, it's perfectly fine. Again, depends on like the type. There's different types of psychological. There's Erased. There's Monster. There's Gakko Gurashi. There's Future Diaries. There's Angels of Death. Yuta songs are amazing. Yeah, well, yes, the soundtrack from Film Red is very good. Are very good. It's a musical. Like Film Red is a One Piece musical anime, so of course the songs are fire. I just started watching Naruto. Any filler I can avoid? Okay, so the thing is, Naruto is majority filler. So I would recommend Googling like a list of filler episodes so you know where to skip. Like I'm pretty sure everything from episode, was it 110, 112 and onward or somewhere around there to like episode 219 is like filler. And then the final episode 220, Naruto, that's all, it's right before Shippuden. So like there's some canon stuff there. But there's like a lot of filler. And then there's Shippuden, which is also a lot of filler. So might want to Google a list for that. Favorite opening, again, is Period of Chemistry and Masterful Cat. Is JJK the best new gen? No. I do not feel that way at all. Also, I don't really like the term new gen the way most people tend to use it because it does not give a timeline and it usually focuses on battle shonen, and I actively dislike when people exclusively watch battle shonen unless we are talking about, in that context, battle shonens. So if we're talking about like new gen battle shonens, okay. But new gen in general is a lot more than just fighting series. What's my favorite opening from what season of JJK? Probably the first one, I imagine. Probably the first one. You like Steins Gate and Evangelion, so I couldn't get into either of those. It's okay if we have different opinions, it's just I couldn't do either of those. Which anime do I think was the worst in terms of filler? So here's the thing. If we're just talking about sheer filler volume, like who has too much filler, then I would say you could say Naruto in terms of the volume of the filler, but you could also argue One Piece because they have a different approach to filler, and in my opinion, a worse approach to filler. Because Naruto, has filler episodes that you can just skip. One Piece, up until now that they're going seasonal, that's going to change, but that aside, they would take canon content and stretch it out, so there's a lot of repeat scenes, or like scenes where not much is going on, or it takes a while for things to happen, but you can't skip it because the stuff that happens in that episode is canon. So it's like, it's unskippable filler, and it's exhausting, and I don't like that approach. What anime should I watch? Okay, we go to the Doom Scroll, alright. Let's say 6 seconds. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. You got Solo Leveling. So, have you seen Solo Leveling? My girlfriend cheated on me with my... Okay, I'm ignoring that. Have never skipped a Naruto filler. That's okay. Here's the thing. If you like to watch filler, perfectly fine. If you want to skip the filler, also perfectly fine. I'm not going to judge you for it. Watch anime in any form that you prefer. I was cursing my... Okay. Opinion on Parasite? I think it's absolutely fantastic. Watched it multiple times. Favorite manga spine cover? I don't read manga, so I can't really tell you that, because, I don't know. Chainsaw Man? I enjoy Chainsaw Man. Reeves was very good. If anime was a major in uni, would I be qualified to be an anime professor? So here's the thing. It depends on in what context, because anime doesn't really in itself mean anything. Are we talking about the history of like anime production, the global influence, like more of a sociological class, or like the psychological or more of a psychology class, like what people enjoy about anime, what gets them into it, the emotional responses people experience when watching anime, what kind of class? It would depend. I would probably like to do a history class. I need to brush up a bit, but like maybe a history class. Opinion on More Than a Married Couple? I think it's good, but not as good as other people say it is in my chat. It's a little bit too immature for my preference, but still fun. Do I know any yandere romance? The thing is, I don't like yanderes. I find them very off-putting. Future Diaries comes to mind. Akamega Kill technically also has some yanderes in there, but not really my cup of tea. One and only issue I have with Oda is if a scene is emotional, why the Rebecca Robin? So we're talking about like the revealing outfits. I'm not really huge. Like it's not so bad that it like makes me want to drop the series, but I definitely prefer when they're just dressed normally. You would be the coolest professor. Here's the thing. I am a teacher. Like I teach at the gym though. I don't teach in a classroom unless you count the gym as a classroom. But I wouldn't mind being a teacher. Put Gakko Garashi like it's a cute show. Gakko Garashi is cute on the outside until you know what it is. I'll end up finishing Galaxy Next Door in one day. Can I have another one? Yes, you can. And that doesn't surprise me because Galaxy Next Door is pretty good. So here we go. Let's scroll for 3. Oh, hang on. 3, 2, 1, and you get. Funny enough, you got ID Invaded, which we were just talking about. Favorite abs workout? Spinal flexion. What do the abs do? They flex the spine. So, a cable crunch, a machine crunch, or some variation where you could progressively load spinal flexion. Favorite Bleach fight? Probably Ichigo versus Kenpachi in the first fight. I think that's still my favorite. I know it's like not. Yeah, it just stuck with me. That one stuck with me. Can I have a scroll? Yes, you absolutely could. Okay, so here's the thing. I don't worry about the mainstream, and just because it's mainstream doesn't mean you've seen it. Trust me. Trust me on that. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and you get... You got Black Summoner. I didn't like Black Summoner. Have you seen it? I wasn't really into that one. I don't know what to do when it comes to chest. Okay, what does the chest do? Adduction and flexion. So... You want to do pressing variations, dumbbell chest press, barbell chest press, machine press, whatever you like, a pec deck, and ideally some sort of incline press or incline fly with a cables, support on a bench, standing, whatever works for you. There you go. What do I think is the most popular anime? Well, here's the thing. If we're looking at what's the most popular, we could objectively measure this off of math. We can literally just Google this. We could just Google which series has the most sales. I would imagine like manga sales, right? That'd probably be the easiest way to go about answering this question. And if we're talking which series has sold the most manga volumes, as far as I'm aware, that would be One Piece. For looking at just popularity and sales, I think One Piece has it. How can you build a body like Toji's? Progressive overload. Get your whole body strong, and then hope you have the genetics, because it's anyone can build muscle, anyone can get stronger. You can't change your insertions in your shape. So like that's get strong and hope for the genetics. Opinion on One Piece? I enjoy the series very much. I've been watching it since it came out. What did you do on Valentine's Day? I literally made content, live streamed, and hung out with the dogs. Mushoku or ReZero? Easily ReZero. I dropped Mushoku. And were you in the Special Forces? No. I was never in the army. Everyone has abs. If you mean like popping abs, not at the moment. No. Kaido took so much that night. Kaido, well, you phrase it in a very weird way, but yes, Kaido did fight a lot of people. Favorite Pixar film? I think I answered this question the other day, but I don't... I think I said Incredibles. I may have said Incredibles, which would be a fair guess. You don't think you have the... Here's the thing, though. You don't need to look like Toji. Anyone who builds a reasonable amount of muscle mass would look good. So unless you have some sort of serious genetic illness, which if you do, I'm sorry, like that's rough. But if you're just a normal person, get stronger, you're going to look good. Thoughts on Cyberpunk Edgerunners? I have not seen it. Are you reading any manga? Nope, not a single one. I'm pretty much a anime-only guy. Thoughts on Rising of Shield Hero? Season 1 was good. Every other season thus far has been terrible. Have I watched Dr. Stone? I have seen every season. The earlier seasons are the better ones, in my opinion. Yamato got hella potential. I would agree. What anime should you watch? We got another Doom Scroll in the house. Let's say 3, 2, 1, and you get... Ooh. You got Elfen Lied, or Elfen Lied. Forget how it's pronounced. Elfen Lied is another interesting one, but I didn't love it. I didn't love that one. Already saw the anime. Can I get another? Yes, you can. Yes, we can do another reroll. Let's say 3, 2, 1, and you get... you got Remake Our Life. I can't remember if I liked this one or not. I think I kind of did. I'm not exactly sure. This was a while ago. I think I kind of enjoyed it. Shield Hero got kind of boring. Yeah, I would agree. It did get boring in Season 2 and then just stayed boring. Live action Season 2 to watch. Live action Season 2. For One Piece, I'll be watching it for sure. Roll of anime, and I'm watching it in 1 week. Okay, so let's roll. Let's do a roll. Let's say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and you got The Brilliant Healer's New Life in the Shadows. That one, it's pretty decent. I think that one. Brilliant Healer. I think that was all right. Can I get one more scroll because only going to take me like 8? How much anime are you watching? Do you guys go outside? Like, do you touch grass, see the sun? Like, are you okay? And anyways, okay, another scroll. 3, 2, 1, and you got Overlord. That's a pretty popular one. Wouldn't surprise me if you've seen that one already. Do I love the vegan? Do I know who the vegan teacher is? I have no idea. Who are you talking about? If I'm okay with spoiling a little, who's that super strong guy in Dr. Stone? Tsukasa. He's awesome. I will not tell you anything about him as you requested, but yes, his name is Tsukasa. But there's also a lot of strong people in Dr. Stone. You'll find that out. Of all the shows I've seen, what shows present strength training the best? Honestly, most of them are completely abysmal. Most of them are actually like despicably terrible. Like, I'm trying to think of literally one instance where they make any kind of sense. I'm really trying to think of any where they make any kind of sense. And I've seen a lot. I have seen a lot. I don't think I have seen any that are even somewhat okay. How relevant Dofi's speech states children who have never seen peace and ones who have never seen war have different values? That's very true. That is just very, very true. There's some fantastic lines and speeches in One Piece, and that's a great one. Dr. Stone has a brilliant story, so I don't like the direction the story eventually goes in, but again, I don't want to spoil that for you. But at the start, I very much enjoy it. Asta, just for the amount of work So here's the thing. Asta worked out very hard. Would I say that you're going to get his physique doing what he does? No. Asta has a tremendous amount of muscle for his size, and especially post-time skip. Oh my god, post-time skip. You're not getting that doing push-ups and sit-ups. Of course, you'll build some muscle doing those things, but like, you're not going to get absolutely jacked doing push-ups and sit-ups. Have I ever watched Toradora? I have multiple times. I can't say it's that good. It does have good parts, yes, but overall, it's a little bit too childish and toxic and abusive for me. Demon Slayer is a copy of Bleach? Not really. It's a pretty different series, but I enjoy them both. I've already watched the other one. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Well, wait. You said that was Overlord, right? That doesn't surprise me. Seeing Overlord is kind of it's pretty mainstream. Okay, let's try this again. Let's say 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How about the you know what? Have you seen the Dot Hack series? Have you seen the Dot Hack series? Most people, the average audience's age has not seen Dot Hack. Overlord is great. Again, I think it's better at the start compared to where it goes later. Tsukasa is the apex human. So there's a lot of people who are surprisingly strong in Dr. Stone. But again, you'll find out. There's some pretty wild people in there. Did Yuji get a domain expansion? I kind of forget. Not in the anime anyway. Another one. Okay, hang on. You've seen Dot Hack Liminality. Have you seen Quantum, Roots, Sign, Unison? You have seen all of those. You have seen all of those? Are you sure? Sukasa's Day Fushimi. Have I seen Charlotte? Yes, I have seen Charlotte. I don't know many people who have seen all the Dot Hack series. Nothing beats an Infinity Castle holiday. I mean, okay. Are you watching season JJK? Yes, I am. Just so you know, you will love JJK's animation. I already watched JJK. I know it looks good, but like I'm not blown away. It looks good. What anime are you watching right now? A lot. I'm watching like 16 different series. I finally started. I finally started the Fallout series, and I finally started Invincible. Just a side note. I watched Journal of a Witch. I watched Hell's Paradise, and I watched. Okay, no, that's all I watched today. That's all I've watched today. But I'm catching up on things now. Madara's hair. I like Madara's hair. I mean, I wouldn't want it myself. That's way too much hair to manage. No, thank you. Can I explain Dr. Stone? So the world suddenly experiences total petrification, where every person, or almost every person on the planet, is turned into stone. And there's one person, Senku, who manages to escape and pretty much de-petrify himself thanks to the environment he was petrified in, and then he goes about rebuilding all of human civilization and trying to save all of humanity. If I was in Dr. Stone world situation, I would wake up Brock Lesnar from UFC. The thing is, are you anywhere near him? How are you going to discover that that's how you save everybody? Do you have the scientific skills to develop the cure for the petrification and bring people back? Do you know how to feed yourself, how to build shelter, how to travel, how to find people? If I got $25 an episode for watching an anime filler, how much would I watch? So that's so that's an average of $75 an hour in pay, because an average episode 20 minutes, $25 an episode, we're talking about $75 an hour. I can watch infinite filler at that point. What's the difference between a series and a franchise? So a series can refer to a specific section, for example, how do I explain this? So there's the Digimon series, which is the television series, and then there's the franchise, which is everything under the Digimon umbrella. So there's Digimon games, there's Digimon plushies, there's Digimon video games, there's Digimon merch. The Digimon series specifically refers to the film production. I'm from India. I have no chance of waking up Brock. Yeah, unless you travel across the ocean, which would be pretty difficult unless you have, you need a few things to make that happen. You're getting me and another person mixed up so I can get another. Oh my goodness. I've done a million recommendations. Okay, 2, 1. Fruits Basket. JoJo's is peak comedy regardless of gender you are. It's not all guy stuff. I like JoJo's comedy, but I can somewhat enjoy JoJo's comedy. Okay, you haven't seen Fruits Basket. Very good. Can I explain Hell's Paradise? Quite simple. You have someone from a ninja village sentenced to death, and he is offered a pardon for his crimes, along with all the other criminals. They're offered a pardon for their crimes if they go to this dangerous island and acquire the elixir of life, so the elixir of immortality. So that's pretty much the bare bones, without giving any spoilers. That's episode 1. You're sentenced to death. We'll give you a pardon if you get us the elixir of life. What theme is Fruits Basket? It's a romance. It is a romance. Hot take, AOT is better in terms of writing than the big 3. Here's the thing. You can like anything that you want. You can literally like anything that you want. Do I agree with you? No. Am I going to fight you on it? Not really, because people like different stuff. If I had the one cure that had the chance to, would I bring back? So here's the thing. If I only had one sample of it, if I only had the cure to bring back one person, I would have to bring back somebody who is also capable of who would be capable of producing more of that cure, because the goal is to eventually save humanity, right? So who is a scientist that is much, much smarter than me? That is alive. So like, I don't know that many scientists being maybe Hank Green. I like Hank. I like Hank Green. Maybe yeah. Maybe Hank Green. Do I like Vinland Saga? Yes, I do. Charlotte, like that as well. Is season 2 of AOT that important? I'd say yes. Pretty much every season of AOT has has pretty significant plot relevance. I don't think you can really skip a season. You can always read it. Like if you want to stay informed but not watch a season, you could just read it. You better revive me. Well, I'll think about it. Who's the white hairy MC guy from comedy anime? I don't really watch many comedy series, so I don't know what you're talking about. Hell's Paradise isn't a kid friendly at all. There's a lot of blood and guts and gore and some nudity. So like, I wouldn't say it's like friendly for like 8-year-olds. That's for sure. How about ID Invaded? So ID Invaded is more of a like suspense mystery, like a thriller suspense mystery. Gintama. Yes. Yeah, that's probably Gintama. I'm only watching One Piece and Black Clover. What's another one I should watch? So mainstream battle shonen. You can watch Fullmetal Alchemist. You could watch Naruto. You could watch Fire Force. Like, just going off of that, it sounds like mainstream battle shonen. Do I think JJK's explanations of techniques is too much, even if it's creative techniques? Sometimes it does tend to ramble on for a bit, but I don't particularly mind. I think the average person's attention span can't handle that, but for me, I don't mind. Fairy Tail versus Black Clover, what's better and why? I prefer Black Clover because Fairy Tail, I feel like I'll give two things. The highest highs for Black Clover are higher than the highest moments for Fairy Tail for me. And another point, the fan service is worse in Fairy Tail than in Black Clover. And thirdly, I would say that hold on, I lost my third point. It'll come back to me. It was that I lost the third point. It'll come back. When it comes back to me, I'll say it. I think DxD is better than... I don't like DxD at all. I dropped it immediately. Have I watched Sakamoto Days? I dropped it halfway through, but it's very simple. You have a ridiculously overpowered assassin, pretty much the greatest assassin ever. He retires to marry the girl of his dreams, and he promises her no more killing. And then, because he left the assassination organization, people are hunting him down and trying to kill him, while he just wants to live his peaceful life. Can you tell me that I wouldn't understand till later in Black Clover? Something that... let's see. That... How do I want to approach this? Red Strings of Fate. Sakamoto or John Wick. I never saw the John Wick movies. I believe in a theory that devil fruit users get sick before reaching Laugh Tale. That's a very popular fan theory, but there's really no evidence to support that. The only thing that the only evidence really for that is that Buggy got sick right before Laugh Tale, but that's really the only information that we have that would indicate such a thing. What show was that about assassins? Which one? Assassination Classroom? Are you talking about Hell's Paradise? Might have been Hell's Paradise. Invincible, I am on season 3, episode 7. So, yeah, almost done. Have I ever watched Land of the Lustrous? I have not. Gintoki? Okay, I haven't. I know who Gintoki is, never watched the series. Thoughts on the show? I'm not enjoying the current episode, but I've enjoyed most of it. Like, I do like it. Are you watching JJK? Yes, I am. Do I think Yamato will ever join the crew? I do not think Yamato will ever be on board on board the Straw Hat crew. I don't see them literally being on the Thousand Sunny as a crew member now. You watch Kuroko no Basket? I've already seen it 3 times. So, but yes. Is the ex-assassin the one with the glass? Yes. Yes, he's an overweight assassin with glasses, a tiny mustache. Big guy. If Oda pulled a cheap joke in the reveal of Laugh Tale, what did I miss the first half of that? Because what joke is Oda pulling? Thoughts on Eve and Mark? Eve and Mark, it's fine. It's fine. I kind of preferred the previous couple, but it's fine. It makes sense. Which team are you? Pure Love, or Tuca Donka for the Valkyrie domain? I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm so lost. DXD is the best. I dropped it immediately. That was all? Then I have no idea what joke you're talking about. Like what? I mean, Oda has teased us before. He's teased us many a times. I just don't know what joke you're talking about. Thoughts on a robot turning into Rex as a child? I mean, I honestly, initially when I saw Robot take Rex's blood, I thought it was a pretty much more diabolical plot. I didn't think it was something that innocent. So, like, I was wrong. I honestly, it made it seem like it was something a lot more insidious. Hot take, Aoashi is the best. I think it's good, but the best, pretty far from it. We talking Invincible now? A little. I mean, we can. Why doesn't anyone talk about Black Clover? Here's the thing. That's a ridiculous statement. I'm not making... Maybe you're just new here, Ice. It's okay. Or maybe you're just new to the internet. Black Clover is one of the biggest mainstream battle shonens. So, like, the idea that it's slept on is ridiculous. It is not slept on. It is one of the bigger battle shonens in the current time. I know it's not airing right now, so it's not at, like, peak viewership, obviously. But, like... anyone who watches Battle Shonens has at least heard of Black Clover in some capacity. It's one of the big ones. Thoughts on Alan? Alan's my favorite character. Alan's my favorite character. What do I think about Blackbeard's next fruit? Here's the thing. Is he going to go after a Zoan like people are predicting because he has a Logia, he has a Paramecia, it's possible. Like, it's possible. Like, he did go after Law, though, but maybe it wasn't for him. Maybe he was going to give it to somebody else. I don't know. I think if he were to go after a Logia, it would probably be something like either Luffy or Marco or something like that. Arcane, here's the thing. Arcane is a while off. It's going to be a while till I get to Arcane. Thoughts on Mark's younger brother? I don't like Mark's younger brother. I mean, yeah, I don't like him. Bleach, 1,000 Year Blood War, I've enjoyed it so far. Looking forward to the next part, the final part. What shonen anime would I recommend as a beginner? So it doesn't matter if you're a beginner. It really doesn't. It comes down to what show seems interesting to you or has a good chance of being interesting that you could watch with your parents. A shonen, was it a battle shonen? So here's the thing. Shonen just does not mean fighting series. Shonen means that it's marketed towards teenage boys. So I don't know your parents, so I'm going to go with something very slice of life, something cozy, something that's not going to have any kind of nudity or gore or excessive violence. I'm going for fun and wholesome. You know what? I'm going to go with Bakuman. I'm going to go with Bakuman. It is an anime about making anime. It has a cute love story. It's got some hype moments. It could even get them excited about. It could even teach them about what anime, like how anime is made. So Bakuman. Besides, for the audience, why do characters stop in the middle of a fight to explain their powers? I mean, there's different reasons for it. Some people like to brag. Some people like to show off. Some it's like an ego thing. Some it's like, it's a cliche. It's like, it's just, that's kind of what villains do. We got to tell you about our master plan. I think he already has a zone that allows him to eat multiple devil. So I disagree with you. There is no there. That's a fundamental rule of devil fruits. You cannot eat multiple devil fruits. But the thing is, Blackbeard did not eat multiple devil fruits. He used his devil fruit to absorb the powers of someone else into himself. So there's probably there's theories on how his fruit works, but he did not break any rule. If he ate 2 devil fruits, he would be dead. Thoughts on Cecil's backstory? Cecil's backstory, like, it didn't make me like him more. Like, it made me understand him more, but I don't like Cecil that much. How can you say that's what he did when we all saw under exactly? We don't know the exact how his devil fruit works, but the fact is he did not eat a second fruit. That is an objective fact. Unless when he pulled the powers out of somebody, it turns back into a fruit, and then he ate it that way. We've seen nothing to indicate that. That'd be complete. I don't even know how that would work. If I made a smoothie of multiple devil fruits and drank it, you would die. You would explode. Could I request a tune? I cannot play music on a stream, so no. I found out about Black Clover yesterday, and I'm halfway done with it, season 2. Can you tell me I'm no life? That's a lot. Favorite character in One Piece? I have no idea, because that's a big cast. I don't know. What's my opinion on the lineup between the Blackbeard's crew and the Straw Hat crew? I mean, currently, I think Blackbeard has the better lineup, but at the end of the day, Luffy's, like, the Straw Hats are going to win. It may not, right now, I'd say they're at a disadvantage, but at the end of the day, the Straw Hats will win. What's the name of the anime on the bottom right? That is Gakko Gurashi. I started solo leveling yesterday, and I'm almost done. I mean, it's only 24 episodes. I think it's 24 episodes. And it's pretty bingeable, because it's, like, just constant action. Could I request a scroll? Yes, you can request a scroll. You can always request a scroll. Request a scroll. 3, 2, 1, and you get... Oh dear, I don't wish this upon you. I'm sorry. I got a Fairy Tail 100-year quest. I don't wish that on anybody. I'm sorry. Thoughts on Rex? I don't like Rex either. I know he gets better. He does get better. I still am not a fan. If you blend in multiple devil, no, that you would die. Who do I think is the final boss? Emu. I initially thought he would have Cerberus's fruit. I mean, that's been a popular theory as well. I have not seen, and we have not seen a Cerberus fruit at this point in time. Should Gojo have saved Reese? No. Do I think Nico Robin is useless to Luffy? What are you talking about? What do you mean that Robin is useless to Luffy? What? What? How far in are you? If Blackbeard's fruit lets him absorb things into darkness, and he became darkness with his fruit, if he technically absorbed... I mean, like... There's different theories as to exactly how Blackbeard takes other people's powers into himself. I think Saiga Runner did a pretty good video explaining his hypothesis on how it functions inside of his body. But one thing that is objectively true is he's not eating multiple fruits. That we know. Am I interested in waiting for Solo Leveling Season 3? Okay. So will I watch Solo Leveling when it comes out for Season 3? Yes. Am I, like, actively waiting for it? No. I have other things on my mind. Third and fourth Hokage. So here's the thing. I'm not a power scaler. I don't like the versus stuff. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Favorite Hunter x Hunter weapon? Probably either Morel's pipe or Hisoka's playing cards. Oda should include Brain Point. So here's the thing. I don't think we're ever going to see Brain Point again. Like, think about the last time we see Chopper use Brain Point. I don't know if it's coming back. So, what do you mean by similar to Solo Leveling? Because Solo Leveling really is just a generic battle. It's just a fast-paced, pretty animated battle anime. If you just want pretty colors and like fast-paced fights, then there's a lot of series that do that. The Fate series does it. JJK does it. Demon Slayer does it. If you just want pretty fights, then yes, they will all do it. There's a lot of series that will do it. If you blended multiple devil fruits together, it doesn't, like, it's still, like, if you just drink it, you die. No, you can't. If you consume, the second it reaches your stomach, you would just explode. You would die. Is it worth starting One Piece now? It's always worth starting. It is always worth starting. It doesn't matter when you start it. Assuming you actually continue to enjoy it going forward. It's assuming you like it. Drink some water. I already do. Thank you. What do I recommend after watching MHA? Then I will go to the doom scrolling list of doom. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and you get JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. There you go. It was what's in Skypiea? Is Yuno gifted too much by plot? I wouldn't say so. Yuno also works ridiculously hard. Can I recommend a niche anime? So when you yes, you can get a scroll. Okay, let's do a scroll. Let's say 3, 2, 1, and you get. Well, it's not niche, but you got Food Wars. I mean, I like Food Wars. It has food in it. Oh yes. The last time we see Brainpoint was in that fight with one of NL's priests, right? One of those guys. Food Wars is weird. I mean, yes, it was. Yes, but the food looks good. The food looks good. Have I watched Clannad? I've seen Clannad and After Story, of course. If Itachi killed his clan, did he kill Madara? He did not kill Madara. Do I think Chopper is going to unlock a stronger form from this point? I would say it's possible. I haven't seen any evidence to indicate such. He also has a devil fruit, right? So he could awaken it. It's potentially possible Chopper could awaken his fruit. Do I think Yuri is a bad pick for Hakuri? Is that Fruits Basket again? I'm sorry, I'm bad with name. That's Fruits Basket, right? Who is it? Was Yuri the red-haired guy or the white-haired guy? Thoughts on the Invincible variants? I'm actually not enjoying that part. I mean, I'm not really enjoying the current situation in that episode. Do I think Chopper's actually going to get a real bounty? I don't know if they will. I don't think he will, actually. I think they're going to keep that joke going till the end. Have I watched Reese? I did. Yes, I did like it very much. Favorite Demon Slayer weapon? Punching things. Punching things. Like, who needs a sword? Just punch things really hard. Have I watched the Reese movie? Yes, I already answered you. What's the most overrated? So, like, here's the thing. I don't have a most overrated anime because overrated means I am comparing my opinion to someone else's opinion. So unless you give me some sort of reference, I don't have one. Thoughts on Angstrom? Wait, who was Angstrom again? Yeah, I forgot who Angstrom was. Would Akainu be cooked to Luffy because Luffy has Nika? Nika does not make you unbeatable. Nika does not make you unbeatable by any means. It's powerful, sure. I don't think Luffy is beating Akainu at this point in time. The villain that got blown up and has a big head. Oh, yes. Yes. Angstrom. Here's the thing. I really liked Angstrom upon his introduction. I liked Angstrom when he was introduced. Now, I don't like what they did with him. Do I think that Loki will join the crew to... I mean, it makes sense plot-wise, though. Like they foretold this. They foreshadowed this. Do I think Loki will join the crew? So I'm not reading the manga. I can't tell you that. I'm not reading the manga. Anything regarding Loki, I do not know. I do not know what his powers are. I do not know what his personality is like. I do not know his backstory. I do not know a damn thing about him. So I'm not going to speak on something I don't know. Do I like Grimmer? I do. Grimmer's one of my favorite characters, so yes. Favorite Blood Demon art? I don't have a favorite Blood Demon art. To be honest, I don't care about any of the demon arts at all. When it comes to Demon Slayer, the only character I cared about was like Gyome, Rengoku, Zenitsu post, like after he kind of snapped out of it. I like Zenitsu now. Yeah, there's not many characters in Demon Slayer I care about at all. Tell me a random character I should edit. I mean, I don't... Okay, Zenitsu. There you go. Do I think there will be more Straw Hats? Possibly. Where I am in the story, so anime, has not shown me any indication of someone new joining. That's all I could say. Till I catch up, I don't have any. I don't see anyone joining. Do I think that there are going to be another? I already answered that. Do I think that we are? Do I think we are OP? They don't. One Piece is glazed too much. So here's my opinion on glazing. I don't care. I don't care at all. As long as you are not one of the fans who are shoving series down someone's throat. Yeah. So hang on, Toaster. I got to time you out. Give me a second. Let me time you out for 5 minutes. Okay. As I was saying, I do not care about your glaze as long as you're not shoving a series down people's throat and being really annoying. If you think this is a particular series is the best thing you've ever seen, I don't care. I don't care. You can love a series as much as you want, just don't be annoying about it. Just finished Moriarty the Patriot, and it was a masterpiece. I have not seen it. I have not seen it, so I don't know what's like it. Do I like Griffith as for his writing? Yes. As a person, he's awful. Persona? Nope, haven't played it. I have not played Persona at all. I'm just talking about what? Yeah, you're just talking about. I feel like. Okay, I'm lost. Top 3 things you want to happen soon in One Piece. I'd like some more wholesome moments. We've had non-stop battles for a while. I want to see the Straw Hats just being Straw Hats. I would like to see. Well, I'm looking forward to meeting Loki. I know we're going to meet Loki soon anyway. And what else? I'm looking forward to Usopp landing on Elbaf. Is Shinji the king? Is Shinji the king? No. Do I think Zoro should have kept Shusui instead of Enma? No, I think Enma's a good pick for Zoro. If I could voice, okay, I would never, or almost never, voice act a character. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. No chance. No way. No way. For a very obvious reason. Would voice acting a character be cool? Sure, it sounds cool. But I'm not a voice actor. I suck at acting. I am a horrendous voice actor. So I would butcher it. I would ruin it. So the people who want good voice acting, so the people who like that character, I would ruin it. So I'm not going to do it. You ready for Steel Ball Run? No, I'm not, because I'm not even on part 5 yet. Could Moria revive Roger and Whitebeard? I mean, technically. He could use their corpses. He could put someone else's shadows in their corpses. He can't do what Orochimaru does. Do I play Yu-Gi-Oh? I used to back in the day. How is Shinji not the king of OST? What makes him the king? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know, but you seem like the type of guy who watches anime in dub. I watch anime in any language. What does that even mean? What do you mean I'm the type of person who watches anime in dub? Watch anime in any language. It's all the same stuff. It makes no difference. Do I think Buggy will get a huge buff? I don't. Honestly, I don't. I would like to. I just don't see it happening. Avatar or Invincible? Avatar. That's not. Invincible's not beating Avatar. I can say that now. It makes a difference? It doesn't. It doesn't. You know what makes a difference between sub and dub? The voice actors. The voice actors. And guess what? You're going to have good voice acting. You're going to have bad voice acting. That's the difference. Sometimes you get a good cast. Sometimes you get a bad cast. Sometimes you get a mix. That's the difference. That's it. The location of Roger's sword ace is unknown. I think Zoro could have it. I don't know if that's going to happen. What is OST? There's different abbreviations for that. I usually think of original soundtrack or opening soundtrack or something like that. Do I think Usopp is going to use his observation hockey in Elbaf? I think it would make sense if he did. I just don't know because I don't read the manga. Like we've had this association between Usopp and the Giants for a long time, and like I think we want to assume that, but I don't know. Okay, so here's Elma, you are simply incorrect. You are just being biased. You like to watch anime in subbed, which is perfectly fine. That is not bad, that is not wrong. But to say that a voice actor is better because of the language they speak is simply it's just an absence of critical thinking. It is completely biased. It shows it's just indicating your bias. Watch it in any format that you like. It's fine, but to just universally say that all voice actors in this particular language are better than all voice actors in another language is simply nonsense. It's just nonsense. And you have Monster who always tells lies. Wait, what? Whatever. I'm lost there. Dub is peak. Yeah, sometimes dub is fantastic. Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball, Seven Deadly Sins. There's times where it's way better, in my opinion. Of course, that's my take. What is my favorite One Piece arc? Wano. I want to... you went to Birmingham Comic-Con today. It was awesome. Very nice. I have never been to a Comic-Con specifically because they tend to be way too expensive and just focus on like selling stuff. How is the new season of JJK? So far, pretty good. In the defense of Japanese VAs, they are better trained in voice acting. So here's the thing. Again, that is a blind statement with there's no information to back that up. There's context. There's always context. There are plenty of highly trained, highly skilled voice actors in every language, so continuing this argument that one language of voice actors is better than another is simply moronic, and this conversation needs to die. I never want to see another dub or sub is better ever again. It is stupid. It is stupid. It's ridiculous. Watch anime in any form that you enjoy or prefer for whatever reason. Okay, other than kid shows, most English voice acting pre-2020 is usually work. So, again, you are making your own biased conclusions based on shows that you have seen and how you tend to prefer watching a series. How you prefer to watch a show, perfectly fine. You like these voice actors more than these voice actors, perfectly fine. But to universally say that these actors are always better than others is stupid. I'm sorry, it's stupid. Actually, I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry anymore. It's ridiculous at this point. You guys need to grow up. Brotherhood has the best dub. Brotherhood is a great dub. I watched it in both sub and dub. Ashito no Joe, I have not seen yet. Dog cracked an armadillo and now has leprosy. Oh. Okay. Chris Sabath Chris Sabath, amazing guy. I've met him, very talented. Voice acting is exceptional. Yuji or Yuta? I prefer Yuji. Have I watched Gurren Lagann? I dropped it. Couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. If I had to join the Straw Hats, what role would I take? What could I realistically do in the Straw Hats? Let's be real. Let's be real. The only thing unless I'm designing Zoro's workout gym, how much is that? I could build Zoro a gym. People have watched ID Invaded. A lot of people have seen ID Invaded. Also Gachakuta dub. So Gachakuta I watched subbed, but I didn't see the dub. I liked it. I liked it. Kenjiro Suda owns all English. Okay, guys, I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to hear the sub-dub debate ever again. I don't want to hear it. It's stupid. You can make the claim that this is the best voice actor of all time. Perfectly fine. This is your favorite voice actor. That's cool. But I do not want to hear that all voice actors in one language are better than another. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it because it's time to grow up. Assuming I had the anime powers and joined the Straw Hats, I wouldn't join the Straw Hats though. And even if you gave me hockey, even if you gave me a Devil Fruit, what would that realistically change? Because your role in a crew, at least in the Straw Hats case, is dependent upon your skill set. I don't have any skill set that directly kind of fits with the Straw Hats that isn't already taken, and even then, they would be better at me than anything I could do. So there's no role for me to fulfill other than being just another guy. I'd be better off in the Revolutionary Army. Avatar sub is good. I prefer Avatar: The Last Airbender sub. I've never even heard that. Does anyone watch Soul Eater? A lot of people watch Soul Eater. It's a pretty big series. Afro Luffy's. How long do I think you could last hiding my identity from L? I mean, the thing is, I know all there is to know about the Death Note series, including L's name. I know L's name. I could literally just kill him. So there's that. You watching Hellsing? I finished Hellsing Ultimate. Vinland Saga best anime. I mean, I think it's really good. So it's not my favorite of all time. The Barto. No, I'm not. No, I'm choosing the Revolutionary Army over the Barto Club easily. Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender it was made in the States. It was initially made in English. I'm sure it has other voice. I'm sure it has a subcast for various languages. I just haven't heard any of the alternatives. If I forgot his name, okay, so you erased his name. So pretty much, but I'm aware of his existence. You said I don't know his name, then I still know everything else. I just don't know L's real name. Then that would be. I could still do it. I'd still do a better job than Light because I have all the information. Like I know everything there is to know about the powers, the world, how things work. I could probably win if I wanted to. Do I prefer Z Bardock or Super Bardock? I prefer. Wait, Super Bardock. When did we see? I prefer Z Bardock. Do you think the Straw Hats are going to get an upgrade in the final war? I'm not sure if they all will. I don't think they all will. I think they do need to get stronger on some level to be able to win. King of the Hill has an incredible Japanese dubcast. King of the Hill, they have some good voice actors for sure. Same Super Bardock feels like a... So the thing is, I like Super Bardock. I like Super Bardock. I do. I just think the Z Bardock felt a bit more genuine Saiyan, like the kind of savage Saiyan that we would expect. One-on-one, I don't... Okay. Is Dr. Stone good? I would say yes. Pleasure talking to you, Mr. Dexstar. The Death Note is not as good as people say it is if you don't know the person's name. Then finding here's the thing: the Death Note, it's pretty easy to find people's name. And it's not like I'm going into a fist fight, and like that's not how you do it. I'm not going up to someone and I'm gonna like try and steal their wallet and then write it in the Death Note. That's not how you do it. You intel gather. Social media is a very useful thing. So, Mimo, I'm going to have to time you out because you are spamming, and there's no spamming allowed here. ID invaded his gas. It's pretty good. Palantir nowadays can find who has the Death Note in an hour. I don't know who Palantir is, but okay. How does Crocodile shower? Okay, so it's very simple. So, Crocodile can still shower. He can still bathe. Water only becomes a problem when the Devil Fruit users are submerged in water, so they can still get wet. Water doesn't instantly make them weak. It's when they are partially or fully submerged in water. The more submerged they are, the more problematic it gets. So Crocodile can be wet and fine. If he's wet, then he's vulnerable to getting like punched in the face. So hopefully, no one punches him in the face while he's taking a shower. You gonna watch JJK Calling Games Part 2? I am. With Death Note, what happens when people have the exact same name? Because you think about the person when you're writing down their name. The person writing their name in the book has to visualize the person's face. Crocodile just showers while... No, exactly. Well, I mean, if he's taking a shower mid-fight, I have serious questions as to what's going on. My friends still don't believe Pokemon is an anime. So here's the thing. Ask them to define an anime. There you go. Crocodile can choose not to activate... Well, again, like, we've seen Crocodile get wet before, and he doesn't crumble away. We've seen him get wet. Have I watched Kuroko no Basket? Yes, I've seen it several times. Why? Let's see. Trigun or Reboot? I've watched the original, and I'm watching the current one. I watched the original before. I'm watching the current one. So far, I prefer the original. So far. If I were to pick an anime character best suited for my personality... So, like, here's the thing. I don't have one. There is not a single character that I have found that I find I fully, or even majority, sync up with. Not Shikamaru. I think some hybrid between Shikamaru and Meruem and Rayleigh, somewhere along those lines, maybe. What are some good animes I would recommend? Then we go to my anime list and we doom scroll. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and you got... Oh, I can't count that one. That's a music video anime. That's not a thing. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and you got Kaiju number 8. You got Kaiju number 8. So there you go. Standard battle shonen, not bad. Would I rather have infinite food or have all devil fruit powers? That's a very easy question. Food. That's not even a question. Is there any more anime like Erased in summertime rendering? Monster ID Invaded, Death Note, Gosick, kind of. Favorite player in Kuroko no Basket? I would say Almine. I've seen that one too. Okay, then we do another one. All right, let's say 3, 2, 1, and you get To Your Eternity. Who is my favorite player in Kuroko? It was Almine. Is there any more animes like Erase? I already answered that one, sorry. Do I think Cross Guild will do something big by the end of one? Yeah, yes. Yes. There's no way Cross Guild is going to sit back for the rest of the series. That's obvious. That is obvious. Cross Guild is obviously going to play some large role, 100%. Would Ace still be alive if he didn't get rage baited? Yes. Because Ace was free. Ace was free. He was good to go. Everyone was right there. He got killed by rage bait. Do I think there's such a thing as beginner anime? I think there's two ways we can phrase this. Yes and no. You can start off with any series as long as it's potentially as long as it kind of matches your interest. Like this is something that appeals to you in some way. Or you could start with a series if someone doesn't even know at all where to begin. You start with something that isn't going to be too far from something they're already familiar with. Something not too wacky, not too crazy, where the animation's not too like overwhelming, where it's not really too weird, and kind of like a slice of life, a romance, or like an adventure, an isekai series, but it's not too out there, you know? So something like Death Note and Erased are good. Something like Log Horizon could be good. Something like Windbreaker could be good, where they're like interesting stories, but not so radically different from a series they might have already seen. We've already been streaming. We've always been streaming. What would happen if Rebecca ate the Maramarino fruit instead of Sabo? That'd be disastrous. That would be awful. Rebecca would not be as competent as Sabo. And Sabo kind of... I don't think Sabo needs it. It's not like he was weak beforehand. But I don't think she'd ever be able to do what Sabo does. In my opinion, what anime do I think is heavily underrated? I don't look at ratings. So do you have a series in mind that you wanted my opinion on? Gurren Lagann I could not get into. I have other mechas that I prefer strongly over it. And I feel Garp participating in Marineford from Navy side was his biggest contribution from Pirates. Would be... Wait. Was his biggest contribution from Pirate side? Garp, no. Oh, so wait. Okay, so if Garp, yes, Garp didn't really participate in the war. He did he did try to stop Luffy, but then kind of, if Garp had actually fought back, that would have been a problem. That would have been a problem. Have I seen Parasite? I have. I think it's really good. Thoughts on the plot? I think the plot is very simple, very straightforward, but perfectly executed. What do I watch your anime on? Like what device? Oh, computer. PC. Right here. I watch all my anime right here. If I could revive 3 One Piece characters, I would revive almost nobody. There's very few characters I would revive at all. You know what? I'll say Pedro. I'll say Ochako's dad. And I'll say, who else do I want to pick? Pedro, Chaco's dad, and you know what? I could say Odin, but I could also say, I forgot his name, one of the 9 scabbers with the pink hair. Oh, sorry. Sorry, random. Any underrated anime recommendations? Again, we go to the Doom scrolling list of Doom, and we scroll for 3, 2, 1, and you got wait. Okay, you got Puella Magi Madoka Magica. Oh, good for you. You got Madoka Magica. I thought he faked it. No, are we talking about on a Whole Cake Island? No, he's done. Any underrated anime? I don't look at ratings. So if you have a show, I can just do a doom scroll again. Spider-Man or Batman? Spider-Man. Top 3 worst animes. I don't have a top 3 worst animes because if I don't like something, I just stop watching it. So I like Ashura Doji. I like Ashura Doji, and he died saving everybody. So I would bring him back. Naruto 1. The first episode of Naruto is pretty good. Okay, so that's not the question. Here's the thing. That's not the question. They said Batman or Spider-Man. I said I like Spider-Man more. I didn't do a versus. They didn't say versus. What's one anime that's mainstream but I don't like it? Oh, there's a lot of mainstream I don't like. A whole lot. Code Geass, Gurren Lagann, Steins Gate, Detective Conan, DxD, Darling in the Franxx. Here's the thing. If you are saying Naruto's number 1 at the worst anime, then you're just a rage baiter. Or you've seen no anime. Look, if you genuinely think it's the worst show, then you're just a rage baiter. Because it's okay to not like it. But if you're genuinely saying it's the worst show out there, then you're just a try-hard sheep. Avatar or Hunter x Hunter sidecast? Avatar. Why is Bleach not equally treated as other anime? Bleach is in the big 3. I don't know where you're pulling this from. Conan is pretty mainstream. It's not it's not huge mainstream. It's not like, Fire Force, Black Clover, Hero Academia, but Detective Conan is definitely mainstream. Is the Katakuri fight good? Yes. It's a little bit dragged out though, but yes. You gotta go. See you later, Star. Bait used to be better. It used to be better, yes. How come I don't like Darling in the Franxx? I don't like those kinds of series. The ecchi, fan service, I didn't like the plot, I didn't like the characters, I didn't like any of it, honestly. What's your thoughts on Chainsaw Man? I enjoy it quite a bit. Kind of actually mixed opinions. I don't really like anybody, but I like the story. It's not as popular as Naruto and well, you're comparing Detective Conan to the big 3. Obviously not. It's still, mainstream isn't reserved for the biggest series. It's not only the biggest series that are mainstream, right? Detective Conan is still plenty, known. Answer my question? No. I already answered that question. Oh, no, that one. Oh, I'm ignoring that one. I'm just actively ignoring it. Yes, please no spamming. Best sports anime? I would say Ippo. I would say Ippo. Definitely. Just finished Snafu. It was kind of mid. I really liked it. I mean, it's okay if it wasn't for you, but I really liked Snafu. I was talking about Bleach and Naruto and One Piece. I mean, yeah. If you're comparing a show to the big 3, the big 3 are the most talked about battle shonens there are for various reasons. But just because it's not part of that trio doesn't mean it's not mainstream. How's King's Avatar? Wait, what are we talking about? I don't know that one. Hunter x Hunter, your favorite anime? Hunter x Hunter is not my favorite anime, by any means. Is it very good? Yes. But not my favorite. Why am I ignoring it? Because he asks the same questions every single stream. It's always this... I don't have favorites in most of these cases. I'm sorry, man. You asked sorry, Anas. Dragon Ball Z is your favorite out of the big 4? Fair enough. I mean... It's not for me, but I enjoy Dragon Ball Z. You answered the Hunter x Hunter one. So, like, I'm just getting burnt out with the same. I'm sorry, man. Snafu wasn't bad by any means, but it was a bit slow. I think it was about the development. I mean, I didn't find it slow, but I guess if that's how you felt, that's how you felt. I guess I don't mind slow as much as other people do. You seen Reject Ranger? I have not. Favorite character in Hunter x Hunter? I don't have one. Actually, wait. I do. Meruem, sorry. I do. If Blue Lock's animation was good, I would have it in your top 5. It would not be for me. It would be up there. I mean, it's up there, just not top 5. King's Avatar is super underrated. So again, I don't know what that is. I'm sorry, I don't know King's Avatar. Let me start with saying I like Chainsaw Man more than JJK. Fair enough. That's okay. I mean, I like them both. Aizen did nothing wrong in terms of trying to get rid of the Soul King. I don't think that killing the... I don't think that's a good thing, but... okay. Is Invincible a 10? No. Invincible is definitely not a 10. No. It's not a 10. I know I still have 1.5 episodes to go, but it's not going to be 10. Madara actually had a good cause. Here's the thing. Madara did not... He did not have a good cause. You can empathize, you can understand where he's coming from, but was it justified? No, it wasn't justified. Any anime villain that sticks out to you? Quite a few. Meruem, probably. I use him a lot because I side with him. Cell, I like Cell. I mean, he's one of my favorite Dragon Ball villains. He's probably my favorite Dragon Ball villain. I don't have a top 5 because I have seen a lot of series and I can't pick just... I never bothered to make a list, and I don't think I'm going to because I don't really have a reason to make a top 5. Favorite aspect of Invincible? That probably the lighthearted moments, the lighthearted family moments. Soul King is basically an imprisoned, powerful being. Call it murder, I may say. I mean, I wouldn't call it a mercy killing unless he was like actively suffering. Like if the Soul King was in like constant pain and distress for all of eternity, okay, that'd be a different story. I actually never watched Dragon Ball Z. Is it good? I would say yes. I personally think so, yes. And not just because I grew up watching it, I genuinely do enjoy it. Class of the Elite? Yeah, like a high 7s. What type of anime do I like the most? Cozy stuff is top of my list. I like to feel relaxed and comfortable and happy. You watch Code Geass, I dropped it, couldn't finish it. You're my 15 now. No Hololive, I have not seen Hololive. Favorite Lunchable, I don't really eat Lunchables. Tucker or Ozai? Tucker or Ozai? Ozai. What it's so good? Yeah, it wasn't for me. Didn't like it. What's my best? I do not have a number 1. I will never have a number 1. I can't do that. Nor do I really have any reason to do it. What's one thing about any anime plot ending I would change? A plot ending I would change? I would probably... I don't like the direction that Seven Deadly Sins took. I don't want to spoil it for the ending. For the people who haven't seen it. But if you've seen the last few episodes, I wasn't a fan. And it carries over into Four Nights of the Apocalypse. I wasn't into it. Denji has the most plot armor just by the first episode alone. So here's the thing. Plot armor isn't real. Plot armor is just the author telling a story and the fans power scaling not lining up with the story that they want to tell. Sorry. What do I think about MHA's ending? I was good with it. I mean, I had a feeling that it was going to go that way in some fashion. We've had other shows do kind of the same thing. Who do I think the actual villains are? Pirates or Marines? Okay, let's be clear about this. We need to distinguish between some pirates and like some groups of pirates and some other groups of pirates, because Marines are under the same umbrella, right? All Marines serve the world government. They are evil. If you serve the world government, you are a villain. Full stop, you're the bad guy. Some pirates actively do good. Some pirates actively do bad. They are not interconnected. Some branches of, like, some groups of pirates are interconnected, but they're not all under the same umbrella, right? So we need to separate those. Full Metal or AOT, Full Metal, it's not even close. That's not even like remotely comparable. Yeah, it's Marines, but exactly. Some pirates are bad, but that's the difference, right? Not all pirates are under the same umbrella, while all Marines actively serve the world government, so they are kind of all that they're all grouped together. If by chance to if you get a chance to marry an anime character, I wouldn't. I don't intend to get married. What's my favorite anime fight? I don't even have the remote. I don't even have the slightest idea. I don't even know where to actually begin with that. That's how many I've seen. How did I like the MHA ending, and have you started the spinoff? I did like the MHA ending. It wasn't my favorite ending of all time, but I was good with it. And I have not seen the spinoff. I have barely started Vigilantes, but I have seen like 2 episodes of Vigilantes, and I do intend to continue. Cozy anime recommendations: my Bartender Glass of God, Masterful Cat is Depressed Again Today, Ice Guy and His Cool Female Colleague, Sign of Affection, My Love Story, your hated character for what? I don't have a number one hated character. There's a lot of characters I just don't like, but we also need to define if it's a character we don't like because they're written to be hated, or because we just think their writing sucks. Now, based off of your comment, I disagree. I do not hate Sakura at all. I don't like Kaiba Akihiko from SAO. He's terrible. Is that new MHA series canon, and is it? I haven't seen it. Like, I have not seen any of the new MHA stuff at all, so I don't even know. Vigilantes is canon though. That is like its own thing. It's real. Who do I think is the best poop talker? If we're talking poop, here's the thing. Are we talking poop talkers that are actually just full of poop? Or are we talking ones who could actually back up what they say? Because big difference. Do I like Hunter x Hunter? Yes, I do. Very much so. Roy Mustang should be hated if people hate Garp? You mean because he works for the military? You cannot equate the military in Full Metal Alchemist, with the military of the Marine. Well, here's the thing. I'm thinking on this because that's a good comment. I'm thinking on it because technically the military in FMA did commit atrocities and genocide, but but those incidents were those wars were set off by the Sins. They were manipulated into that war. The world government actively seeks out to establish laws to discriminate, imprison, murder, sell people into slavery. So I would say I would say the Marines are definitely worse. Did I watch the Hunter x Hunter movies? I actually don't think I have. I mean, we had a whole arc of the world government trying to kill one person just because they figured out what happened. Honestly, they'll kill anybody. Like, we've had more than one of those. We had they did it with Robin and her entire people. They did it with Egghead. Like, they'll eliminate anyone who even tries to uncover. Even if they fail, they'll kill anyone who tries. It's Ace's fault he died. I agree. I completely agree. I say it all the time. Solo leveling, it's entertaining. It's fun. Pretty easy to get through. Tomodachi, I haven't seen. Hunter x Hunter, I've seen. I haven't seen the movies. First anime I've seen was Dragon Ball. I have not seen Kingdom. Is FMA... Okay. In FMA, is it valid to hate him but not in Brotherhood? I actually never finished the original, so I need to go and see what the differences are. Do not tell me. Dub or sub, I watched them both. If you're asking just my personal preference, I don't have one. Just whoever's voice actors I like more. I don't know what to watch. Okay, so then if you don't know what to watch, then we go to the Doom list of Doom, the scroll list of Doom, and we find something. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You said you like Death, right? You said you like Death. You like Heartfelt and Death. Well, you landed on Horimiya, which is heart. Oh, you know what? Heartfelt and okay. Hellsing Ultimate. Hellsing Ultimate is a lot of death. That is a lot of death. That is pretty much constant death. I agree that it was Ace's fault. He died, but I feel like he gets too much hate. Like, I don't hate him. I don't hate Ace. It's just true that he got himself killed. Like that. I never hate the guy. Which anime has a better opening? I don't know. Rene Circulation. I didn't like Bakuman. I didn't like that one. So, Hunter x Hunter easily. Which you watch and cry the most? Once I see something once, I typically won't cry again. Because, I typically won't cry a second time. So, probably the end of Kizuna. Why do people hate GT? Because most of GT was not good. The ending of GT was incredible. The ending for GT is amazing. But most of the story was pretty eh. He killed Winry's parents, not Scar. Wait, who are we talking about? I missed, okay. Tomodachi on my watch list. It's not on my active watch list. It's on my to watch list. You've only seen season 1 of AOT. Should I continue? So the answer is always the same. Are you having a good time? That's your answer. If you're having a good time, the answer is yes. If you're not having a good time, the answer is no. Do I know anything that would get me really emotional? Depends on you. People respond emotionally to different things. Angel Beats, Clanad, I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. Those tend to do it. I've only read that. Okay, I read that one already. Kaiba is probably up there for best trash talker. Definitely. Kaiba? Seto Kaiba? Absolutely. Oh my god. And you know what? Yeah. Seto Kaiba is definitely up there, and he still loses a lot. Do I know anything that would give me... I already answered that one. Best anime I've seen? I don't have a favorite series, because I've seen a lot. GT did Oob so bad, he was way more narrative importance than they treated him at the end. I do feel like Oob kind of got left behind there, so yeah. Naruto Shippuden, I don't care, okay. But I don't care about this. The scaling stuff is all stupid. Your favorite anime world? I don't have one. Because my response is always, as long as there's good food. I don't have... wait, you're saying just in general. Favorite world? I'd probably still say One Piece to that. Honestly, yeah, I'd still say One Piece. Sword Art Online is arguably the best starter anime because of the first season was so good. I actually thought the first season was terrible. I actually thought it was... It starts really good. The first few episodes are really good. It's engaging. The action is... but I disagree. I disagree with anyone's take that there's a best first anime for everybody. I stand by that. I'll die on that hill. But 2, I think it's actually pretty bad. And the villain, Kaiba, he sucks. I will die on that hill that Kaiba sucks. What an atrocious villain. Probably one of the worst villains I've seen. Go watch Beck. I haven't seen Beck. Favorite anime guy or girl hairstyle? Here's the thing. Okay, if we're talking about a hairstyle that I would want on myself, here's why I'm picking Shanks. Because it meets my criteria. It's not too long. It's not so long that it's unmanageable. It's easy to do, so I don't have to spend half an hour to an hour doing my hair. It's got a nice color, nice style to it. It's messy, but still well put together. And I think I could rock it. Am I excited for Black Clover Season 2? I'm looking forward to it. BC is a decent first anime, so Black Clover. to follow. Not terrible. I mean, Black Clover's got some really good animation. There's a couple of fights where it's not great. I probably know exactly what you're talking about. But again, I don't like to say there's a best starter for everybody. I just don't. I stand on that hill aggressively that there is no best anime in general for starters. Best boys duo. Best boys duo. I like Sawamura and what was his name? I like Sawamura and the catcher. What was it? I like Sawamura and Miyuki. I like Ippo and his coach. I like there's quite a few. Demon Slayer is not carried by Demon Slayer is not carried by Demon Slayer. I would agree that it's not carried by itself. What is my favorite shonen? I have no idea. I've seen over 700 shonens. Any anime ending you've cried to? An ending. Angel Beats. Usopp and Chopper is the best duo for me. I mean, it's they're fun. They're fun. They're not my favorite duo, but I like them. Naruto or One Piece, it's pretty much a tie, to be honest. Do I like Akame ga Kill's ending? Yeah, I was good with the ending. Do I think Danganronpa is good? Yes. I actually liked it. I only saw the first season, and people have told me they don't like it. I liked it. Gotta go. Nice talking to you. See you later, Kurai. What's your thoughts on Prison School? Garbage. Filth. Dropped it immediately. Have I played? Have I played? No, I have not. You're talking about hold on, I lost it. Danganronpa? No, I have not played Danganronpa. Demon Slayer is not carried by animation, and I'll stand on that hill. So I've defended Demon Slayer to an extent. I do think the animation is the most noticeable thing about Demon Slayer, but it has a decent cast, it has a decent plot, the fights are fun. I think it has problems. I don't think it's a masterpiece. I think the strongest component of it is the animation. I wish they finished Dead Man Wonderland. I still need to go and start it. Oh, wait. Oh, no, I did watch it. I like Dead Man Wonderland. But it's true, I don't think it ever finished, did it? I'm not a Neon Genesis fan, but a lot of people in chat really are, so you could give it a shot. Darling in the Franxx, I dropped it. I did not like it at all. But it's also just, that's my taste. I was not into it. Kaiju number 8 should have been longer. I would disagree. Kaiju number 8 is a series that's meant to be kind of short. It's just like a monster fighter anime. It's not supposed to be like super deep or overly complicated. Should I watch Neon Genesis? Your chat's probably going to tell you yes. Naruto or Hunter x Hunter? For me, it's Hunter x Hunter. I think overall I'd say Naruto, but Hunter, it's close. Like, they're both over 9s for me. Favorite isekai would be Digimon. Do I have an action anime suggestion? We go to the My Anime list. We do a doom scroll. 3, 2, 1, and it stopped on... That's a romance. Let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. It stopped on Boruto. Let's roll that back. Okay. 3, 2, 1. And you got, Dragon Ball, Dr. Stone. Oh, do you know Digimon? Get into Digimon. Togen Anki is a good anime, but I think it's a bit basic. Nothing wrong with basic. What's wrong with basic? What's wrong with mainstream? That's fine. Demon Slayer has very good characters. It has some good characters. I love Demon Slayer. I don't know why people say it's carried by animation if that's the case, and what carries Blue Lock. Here's the thing. I also think that Blue Lock its most noticeable feature is its animation, but I also really like the cast. Like, I love Nagi, I love Bachira. There's a couple of really good characters. Demon Slayer, there's Guillaume, there's Zenitsu after he's gets his act together. There's Rengoku. I actually like Blue Lock's cast more than Demon Slayer. You should watch over. No, the treadmill's long gone, man. Treadmill's long gone. What do I think of Brotherhood? Personally, I think it was a 9. I gave it a 10. I gave it a 10. Rent a Girlfriend, garbage. Soul Eater, pretty good. The ending was fine, but I could deal with the ending better than a lot of people could. But overall, it's very good. Naruto's animation. Naruto's animation overall is pretty solid. Like, it's not always peak, but it's also 720 episodes plus Boruto, so it's like 900 episodes. I think that considered, its animation is pretty good. I like Inosuke too. What happened to the treadmill? We sold it. I didn't say nothing was wrong with basic. Yeah, basic is fine. Basic is fine. You just said it's a bit basic. Like, it's a bad thing. So you kind of, like, the way you framed it, it's like, it sounded negative. But, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with liking something that's kind of mainstream. Favorite Digimon movies? Good question. Good question. It's a question I haven't been asked yet, and I like that. Kizuna. Which Digimon series do I think I should start with? So, here's the thing. Not all of the Digimon series are interconnected. So if you want to follow the main timeline, you would start with Digimon Adventures, the 1998 version. You could also watch the more modern, like 2020 something Digimon remake, which it's slightly different and it's not part of the main continuum, but it would be like a good introduction to the franchise. There's also like one of the other, like, I'm not going to get into all of them, but I would say if you want to go down the main timeline, 98 Digimon Adventures, or you can watch the remake of that. It's not going to be connected to the main story, but it could get you into it. Favorite Digimon movie? I already answered that one. I respect your takes about generally you have good anime taste. Thank you. JoJo's animation scares me. So, like, JoJo's animation's really not... I don't know what you mean by scares you. It's kind of different. It's very, like... I guess you could say, like, cartoonish in a sense, kind of, at times. Or a little bit more... It has more pop or more color than most shows. But I think it's very well done. What's the best 12-episode anime? It depends on what I'm going for. Could be Gakugarashi, could be Erased, could be Charlotte. Kind of depends on the vibe you want. People calling Meliodas a weirdo about the relationship no, I actually will die on that hill, Wired, that there is something wrong with... I will die on the hill that if you don't think the relationship Meliodas has with Elizabeth is weird, there's something wrong with you. I will die on that hill. Aggressively. Like, I will actually physically die on that hill. It is creepy. It is disturbing. It is pedophilic. No. Bad. Stop it. No. Get spray bottle. Spray bottle. Your first crush? I don't have an anime crush. What would I do if your best friend cheats with your girlfriend? I don't have one. Also, my best friend is, like, the most loyal guy in the world. Like, I trust him more than anybody else on earth. So, like, and he's loyal to his girlfriend as well. So, that's never gonna happen. Also, with the fact that I don't date. What are your thoughts on Fire Force? The first season was good. Current season's almost decent. The other season's not so much. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the dating, not the... So, like... Okay, so... If you're talking about Meliodas having a relationship with Elizabeth, you need to include everything. You need to include all the behaviors. You cannot just put aside the fact that he's, like, sticking his head up her skirt and flipping her clothes and constantly peeping on her. You can't ignore the fact that he's holding a baby and saying, like, hands off my woman. You can't ignore that. You can't. And if you do, you're on a watch list. Call the FBI. Your favorite part of Hunter x Hunter? Probably the power system, because Nen is brilliant. Do I think that fan service will ruin an anime? It can. Fan service can ruin an anime depending on how it's done and how much and so on. Gon versus Pito and versus the anime. I know exactly what you're talking about. I prefer Killua versus Icalgo. That was a good fight. And Icalgo is awesome. Thoughts on Chainsaw Man? I like the story. I like most things about it. I just don't care much about the characters themselves, but everything else is good. One Out? I haven't seen One Out, no. I've seen All Out. What are your thoughts on the way the manga writers draw girls? Depends on the manga writer. Like, can we give a specific series example? Do I think power scaling is absurd? For the most part, in 99% of cases, yes. Yes, absolutely. Thoughts on Slime? I think Slime has a really good season 1 and 2. The third season wasn't great. Rate Gon's battle IQ? I mean, IQ is a stupid metric, so I don't know what kind of number you want me to give it. I do think he's pretty intelligent. When it comes to fighting, he is pretty intelligent. Well, I think his biggest issue is his recklessness. He's very reckless. So like he tends to be rash, like jump into things too soon, and he's willing to he makes sacrifices very quickly, not really thinking about the long-term consequences. Thank you for the follow, Henzakes. 1,000-Year Blood War was a semi-flop. I disagree. I think the plot was good. The animation is fantastic, but I actually do like the plot. Soul Eater, I like most of it. The ending was all right, but overall, really like it. How Eiichiro Oda draws women. So, like, I think there's sometimes I don't like. Sometimes it looks very nice, especially like pre-time skip. I loved Robin. I loved Nami. I love the way he did a lot of it. If we're talking about some of the especially post-time skip choices, I'm not always a huge fan. Like the hair child, like sometimes, you know, I'm not always into it. I feel like it's a hit or a miss sometimes. 1,000-Year Blood War is one of the best arcs. I think 1,000-Year Blood War is a really good arc. It's definitely one of the stronger arcs in Bleach, in my opinion. What are your thoughts on how Nakaba Suzuki draws? I don't know who that is. What series did they write? What's my opinion on same face syndrome? Are you talking about where a author will use the same kind of face on multiple characters? Or are we talking about when we see the same kind of face on multiple series? You just described a psychopath? Where? Writer of Seven Deadly Sins. So Seven Deadly Sins, we're still okay. Seven Deadly Sins. I like most of the character designs. I do have some complaints. I do. Okay, so like more than the revealing outfits, my biggest complaints would be like Elaine and Bon, but that's more of like not Elaine's aesthetic, but the fact my issue is you have someone who looks like a child in a intimate relationship with an adult. That's just unsettling to me. So like I'm fine with Elaine's dress. I just don't think she should look like a child. Kurapika or Kilo is your favorite character? Meruem. What's my opinion on Goku, Vegeta, and most Dragon Balls have the same. So okay. So there are definitely some similar. Yes, Dragon Ball is known for having like similar faces when you were to like crop it, take out the hair, and kind of put them over each other. I could see that. It doesn't bother me. I could say it doesn't bother me. What are your thoughts on Himiko Toga's character? Oh, Toga's a good character. I think she's a really good character. Hell's Paradise, I'm enjoying it so far. Minor complaints here and there, but overall it's really good. Entertainment District is the best arc. I would agree. It's also my favorite arc. Set Your Heart Ablaze. Set Your Heart Aglaze. Is Gon a psychopath? I would say, I wouldn't know. I would not say Gon is a psychopath. No. I would say that there's one particular episode that really stands out for me in Gon. It's that one episode where I forgot his name. They were looking for rare pieces of art to sell, and they meet that author, right? And he's good at appraising people, and he appraises Gon as like unlimited value, basically, that he's priceless, because he does not judge anyone for what they do or the choices they make. He merely seeks to understand like how people perceive things, and like he merely seeks to understand without any judgment whatsoever, and that's such a rare trait to find in somebody. But the thing is, because Gon has he's so entirely neutral, he's open to doing things that you probably would not consider rational or normal. Do I watch DC? I do like DC, yes. In JoJo's Part 4 is definitely the best. So far, it's the top for me. Asta has the best never give up mentality. I really like Asta's never give up mentality. If I put Goku's hair on Mr. Popo, It will, yeah, no. Let's not put Popo's hair on. I mean, let's not put Goku's hair on Popo. That would not look good. No. Let's not do that. Do I like the Straw Hats pre or post time skip designs more? It depends on the character. I think it depends on the character. Robin pre time skip. Frankie, I actually also like pre time skip. Chopper pre time skip. Zoro post time skip. Nami pre-time skip. Jinbei, it's kind of the same, like maybe slightly different outfit. No real difference. Maybe like post-time skip for Jinbei. Do I think older anime are better written than newer? I think that question makes no sense. I think it doesn't matter when it was written. You have to look at the series. You have to look at the series, not when it was done. I mean, there might be certain tendencies that we could see during certain time periods, but no, I don't think that one era is objectively better than another. Gonen Kilo, who is the best character? Killua. Do I think older anime are better? I already answered that one. Goku's goal is insanely lame, but it's a good anime. So like, Goku just wants to be like, Goku just seeks to fight stronger and stronger opponents and to push himself as far as he can go. It's a simple goal. It's a simple goal, but it's also an endless goal. It's one that could theoretically have no end. Jinbei telling Big Mom, that was amazing. That was a peak moment. Jinbei saying no to Big Mom and then Big Mom using her powers and it doesn't affect Jinbei. Because like, how could he be scared if he's going to serve the future king of the pirates? Great scene. Great scene. Most hated character in the Don Quixote fan. So it depends how we phrase the term hated. If we're talking about the writing, then probably like or how much I like the character. Actually, no, not Treble. What was it? The kid, the kicking guy. Why am I forgetting his name? The stupid skinny kid who just kicks people. I don't like him the most. If we're talking about like who's, yeah, I'm just gonna say that one guy. Naruto or Sasuke, who's the best character? I prefer, if we're talking about during Naruto, then it'd be Naruto. If we're talking, thank you, Duelinger. Yes, him. He's my least favorite. If we're talking during Boruto, I would choose Sasuke. During Naruto, it's Naruto. Have I seen Atla? Yes, I love Atla. Last Airbender. Yeah, I forgot his name. I always, I don't know why I blanked on it. I know his name, but my brain does that sometimes. Saying fan service ruins an anime is stupid argument because you could easily ignore it. No. I'm sorry, no. Look, I do not want to watch characters have their skirts flipped and panty shots and like topless shots and peeping scenes. Sorry, no. It's off-putting, it's disgusting, it takes away from the show, it can ruin characters. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. If you're into that, I might judge you somewhat. I'm going to judge you a bit, but absolutely not. Opinion on Peak Lagan, I'm actually not into it. What's that dragon from at the bottom? That is Guilmon from Digimon Tamers Season 3. I do judge, yes. Would I be crazy to say Senku is the smartest anime character and is very versatile? To say he's the smartest character, you would be incorrect. To say that he's versatile, he objectively is versatile. He literally stopped a spoiler warning for the last episode of Dr. Stone. Last season of Dr. Stone. He literally stopped a sniper bullet right before he got hit. So, like, using whatever he had on hand. Like, he saved himself. Chainsaw Man Outro 7. I don't listen to the outros, I'm sorry. Have I seen Frieren? Yes, I loved it. I absolutely love it. Also, my phone is almost dead, by the way. My phone is almost dead. So just a heads up, I'll be leaving in like 2 minutes. You see Darwin? I have not seen it, but I know what it is. It's the monkey. I know it's about the monkey. What's the anime in the bottom right? That is Gakoku Rashi. It is a zombie apocalypse series. Favorite anime? Don't have one, because I've seen a lot, and I can't pick one series. Let's see. Have I watched a good example? Fair point. Yeah, I've seen a lot of shows, so picking just one, my brain can't handle it. Good that it's outros full of fan service. I mean, yeah, I don't really watch outros. It's usually I finish the episode and I move on. I just click next. Is there literally only one movie and one season of Chainsaw Man? Currently, yes. Fan base doesn't ruin an anime? I would agree. Fan base does not ruin an anime. What's an anime that was ruined for you because of the fan base? None. I think that's ridiculous. I will say this. I can make this comment. If a fan base constantly shoves a series in my face saying you need to watch it, then I'm less likely to watch it. So the more you say, hey, you have to watch this, I'm going to push it back further and further. I'll say that. It doesn't make the anime bad. It just means I'm more likely to not watch it. Naruto and Sasuke are not gay, but it's usually it's fun to people like to make fun of that or ship it or whatever, but they're not. I'll be going since you're leaving soon. See you later, Demon. That's me with One Punch Man. I refuse to watch it now because of the people shoving it in your face. So here's the thing. I don't think you should refuse to watch a show because people shove it in your face. But I do understand the mental fatigue that you could experience when people just are relentlessly in your face about it. It's extremely exhausting. At some point, it might be worth giving a shot, but up to you. Any anime that was great but ruined by fan service, I'd say yes. I think Fire Force earlier seasons definitely lost points for it. I would say Seven Deadly Sins loses points for it. I would say Kill la Kill is a great show, and a lot of people don't want to get into it because of the fan service. I was able to put it aside in that case. I dropped Darling in the Franxx because of it. I dropped Prison School because of it. I dropped Mushoku Tensei because of the pedophilia, but come on. I guess you could call that fan service as well. I guess, kinda. Fan service for the pedophiles. Fan service for Epstein Island. For example, the fan base with Deku and Baku. So shippers can be annoying. I ignore the shippers, but again, if people are constantly in your face about it, it can be off-putting. Code Geass, it wasn't my thing. I do think it does a lot of things well. It's just not my kind of show. But yeah, I don't tend to worry about the fan base. And here's the thing. If someone is in my face about it, I'll just mute them. Because the only time I interact with people is right here. This is my chat. This is my channel. So I could just be like, you're annoying. Goodbye. And I'm good. One Punch Man and Dragon Ball Z Daima is so cringe. I wasn't a huge Daima fan. I thought it was okay. One Punch Man, I like the first season. Lex Luthor or Joker. I like the Joker more, but it also depends which iteration, which series we're choosing from. You're gonna dip. I respect you. Thank you. I appreciate that. We'll be live again. We're gonna be live on Twitch in the morning. We're playing more Fallout New Vegas, and we'll be live again here tomorrow night. DC or Marvel? I'm more of a Marvel person. Oh, damn, my phone's literally about to turn off. Okay, guys, 30 seconds and I gotta go. Don't forget to follow on Twitch and join the Discord. Are you more excited for Super or Moro Arc? Moro Arc. Definitely Moro Arc. See you later, King. Don't like free-run dub because the voice actors don't match the characters. I mean, I didn't listen to it dubbed. I watched it subbed, but that's fine. That's fine. You can listen to any voice actors that you prefer, really. Okay, my phone is about to die, so I guess I'll call it here. People are starting to dip off anyway. Okay, so guys, we'll be on Twitch in the morning at 10 a.m. We'll be here again tomorrow night. See you then. Let's call it here. Boom.